first were like, "Yo, you should check out Critical Role," and then like I literally binge watched it for like 3 months. It was
Because
crazy.
Critical Role.
The other thing I feel like Critical Role did was like there was this, at least back when D&D was first made. It was like there was
Stigma.
this big stereotype like only nerds in their mom's
Yeah.
basement play D&D. And now it's like you see what a good D&D campaign looks like.
Yeah, and
when
then
you
you
got
realize
like
that
good
like
maps and shit, good story, good characters. And they're all like professional actors and
Yeah,
shit.
but like,
So you
like,
you see what a solid game of D&D looks like from every aspect, and you're like, damn, it's hard to get a game like that because sometimes people
yeah,
just suck.
because people are
that's-
ass, yeah.
that's the
But when
thing.
you find a
That,
good group to play with, this game's like super fucking good.
All right, let me
That's
grab a,
why
let me
I
grab
love
a
you
pen.
guys.
That's why I'm in
Let me grab a pen
2
and we can
campaigns.
start.
that's why I love you guys, because right now I have a current group, but like I'm
They
a
suck?
very, no, they're very combat orientated, and I'm a DM that I'm very much roleplay orientated. That
Oh
is
no,
like
understand. I totally get. You understand. You don't understand how easy it was for me to accept each and every one of your play styles in my games because
Mhm.
Dungeons and Dragons has so many. It has so many different branches that if you don't explore all of them, you're gonna have a dull game. If you play a game where you only fight, fighting's going to get boring. You know what I mean? And if you're playing a game that's only role play,
Roleplay gets boring.
role playing is
Mhm.
going to get boring. You need to have this constant like dance on the line between the two of them, but you can't just have the same old combat. You have to like play to your character's like weaknesses and strengths.
Mhm.
And as a DM, you got to find that balance and make your players' lives hell. On that on that note.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting adventure of a crown of candy. I am your humble dungeon master, and with me, as always, are our Candied Crusaders. Say hello, Candied Crusaders.
Greetings, viewers.
Hello.
Last we left off, our intrepid heroes had delved deep within the bowels of the Ice Cream Temple. There they were tempted by the mocking voices of loved ones and people, or shall I say Candians, that they've known, loved, and lost within its halls. And at the very root, standing in all of her glory, was none other than the tiny, precious Sugar Plum Fairy. The party was skeptical, for the Sugar Plum Fairy spoke in riddles. She spoke in strange puzzles, enigmas, in which she referenced how she herself had a role to play, essentially, in Candia's mainstream of downfalls, of their betrayals, and, well, the sacrificing of the various mentors and PCs we've come to know and love. And so, a vicious battle had broken out. House Hershey versus the Sugar Plum Fairy, who now has shred her tiny purple plum fairy body into a giant nightmarish creature equipped with 1,000 faces. And thus they began to do battle. Now, if we recall, we had some technical issues, but we did end on a very interesting note. So, players, if you don't mind, I would like to begin this session with our hearts in our throats.
I don't like the sound of that.
Shara.
Ah, God.
At the end of last session, you had coaxed the Sugar Plum Fairy into basically allowing her to take you within the depths of the mist that she had been basically hoping and pushing you guys to join where in the mist there is no trial, no turmoil, no hate, there is no loss. For the Sugar Plum Fairy would protect you within the mist. You had coaxed her into allowing you to take her there. And into allowing her to take you there. Sorry. And As she began to descend into the mist, you attempted to dimension door. Is that correct?
I was allowing her to take me as far as I could without having side effects.
Well, like, and as you remember, if you recall, there is it's very difficult to tell when that will be. So it's kind of like up to your own intuition. But she doesn't seem like she's stopping. She seems like she is very much ferrying you, like ferryman, boatman, ferrying you. I don't know. Into the depths of this mist, and she is just sinking. Like, so the call is up to you. You did have a ready to action though.
How far is she?
She's maybe about like she's a lot bigger than you are. Like a lot taller than you guys are. Like she's like the large category. So while you guys are standing anywhere between like 4 foot and 6 foot, she's maybe around like 11 foot. So her body is still sticking up. You're maybe like a foot or so under the mist, maybe like 2 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it.
Okay. Now, as you recall, I did say we were going to start this this session with a bit of some stress. Now, creatures like these have a thing called legendary actions.
Yeah, I knew it.
And she's going to use one of those to cast Counterspell. You reach your hand out, and you begin to like quickly trace the sigil of the dimension door in your sugary, like candy corn and like what's those things called? What's those like the stick, like the candied stick and the sugar?
Pixie sticks?
No, I know what you're thinking about. It's like
Fun dip.
Fun dip. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this like this colorful, sugary sigil tracing in the air, and as the magic begins to glow and radiate from those runes, it begins to lift upwards, as if like a strong wind blowing snow. You follow the trail of magic and realize that the Sugar Plum Fairy is staring directly at you, and one of those faces is just inhaling the magic, and your rune fizzles.
Question. What level? I know this is futile, but what level is the counterspell?
Counterspell counters, I believe, all level 3 spells and below. It's either all level 3 or all level 2 spells and below, and unless she consumes a spell slot, she cannot like, you can counter higher spell levels,
but it's a roll.
But it's a roll. If you cast it at a higher level, so let me go ahead and read it to you, and maybe it'll clear it up.
Because Dimension Door is, I believe, if I remember correctly, let me bring out my character.
I believe it's a 4th level spell.
Dimension Door is a 4th level spell.
Heard. Okay. I thought it was a 3rd level spell. My bad.
Roll off.
She didn't cast it at a higher level. I never said she did. So this will be this is a ability check. DC 10 plus the spell level. So DC 14.
Mm-hmm. Oh god.
I believe her casting stat is Wisdom.
Oh god. Declare cutting words right off the bat.
So she gets a +8 to this roll.
Oh, you're
What?
fucked, dude. She's
Okay.
a boss, Dom.
So let me
Fucking
go ahead. I'm gonna
what?
roll this. I'm gonna roll this on the board. So let you know. So there's nothing crazy, but let us build some. Let's build.
Oh. RNGesus be with me.
So she needs what a 4? She needs a 4 or higher.
Plus
I'm
sorry, it's a
I'm also
14.
cutting
She
words.
needs a 6.
She needs a
6
6
or
or
higher.
Yeah.
You have a 25%
No
chance.
fucking way!
Cutting words? Cutting words?
How many uses of bardic inspiration do you have?
I still have 3.
Heard. So go ahead and roll a d8. Doesn't really matter, but go ahead and roll it anyway.
I
Could've
just.
been worse.
It could. Oh god.
Holy Christ.
Okay. Ooh, 1.
Oof. Jesus. Okay. We're off to a start today, boys.
Oh God.
So we're on her turn, by the way.
She loses up all of her movement to move me just to clear that.
Yeah, she did. She doesn't have any movement left. She does still have an action and a bonus action left. Because you didn't react when she lifted you, so there was no contested check. So you see that the magic begins to swallow into one of her faces. Like, quite literally, you feel all of the magical essence that you conjure within your hand dissipate at like a moment's notice. Like, you kind of, like, you weren't really hiding it, and she probably didn't trust you a lot anyway. But she seems to be, pretty omnipotent. You use cutting words. What do you say? What's going through Shara's head? What does he say?
Yeah, I take it back. I'm not really feeling the whole black hole of death, and you just dimension doors away.
The vibes aren't right here, dips.
He just goes, I'm gonna cast it for. Yeah. So your ready action does go off. So, wait. Okay, I have to look this up because you may not be able to cutting words.
What? Wait, what happens on a tie? Because
No, hold on. Okay, so a readied action uses your reaction. And cutting words is a reaction.
Oh fuck, you're bugged, bro.
What happens on the tie? Because she hit the DC.
So if she hits the DC, she wins. So remember, a DC is a tie. You have to hit it or beat it. That's all DCs ever. However, so you guys see, let me explain this. So this is an interesting thing. She still has you grappled, right? In the sense that she's shepherding you down to the mist. She still has her action, her bonus action, but she cannot move. She herself cannot descend into the darkness. And so you're there.
How unfortunate.
What's it like up there?
Yeah, Vargas is still in the hole.
He sure is. Oof. Okay. You see. So she sees you do that. And she's going to use her. I'm gonna say her bonus action. To just straight let you go. She just straight drops you. You haven't moved or fallen anywhere yet, but you see that she counters your spell. You cast her spell. She swallows the magic, whispers to you, and just goes, heretic, and just straight lets you go. With her action, she is going to, what is she going to do? She's going to invoke a layer action. However, as I recall, Nerdanya has one of the crystals, correct?
Yes.
But Fernan broke one of them, right?
Yep.
Okay. You see that she reaches one of her, she's got, 4 arms. She reaches one of those out towards the fountain, where that fountain is next to you, Maple, and the misty waters, that, cotton candy mist, begins to lift up from it, and then instead of going downwards onto that circular object that's in there, it is being channeled into one of her arms. And you see that, again, she's got those runes all over her body, but...
Can I take a reaction to make a jump for the stone?
So the stone isn't being picked up. It's just the stuff that's being imagine a big kind of boulder under a waterfall. The water around the waterfall, around that stone would be being pulled to her. The stone itself is
so
still
the
there.
stone is no longer obscured, right?
Correct.
So I can just grab it.
You can straight see it now. I would tell this. You can attempt. I would say you can go ahead and attempt to grab it with your reaction if you'd like. Unless you want to see what it is first, because remember you couldn't see it before because it was heavily obscured by all this cotton candy mist. So if you
Can I make a perception check?
100%, and this is just like a free one. So go ahead.
All right. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me.
Oh god.
Okay. 16.
16. It looks to be coated in like heavy freezer burn frost. Some sort of egg.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a dive for that. That seems important.
You do that. When you make a dive with reaction, give me a free investigation check.
Oh, I like free stuff. Free stuff
please
is cool.
please be the real Toot Fairy, Sugar Plum Fairy. That would be awesome.
That's a nat 20.
Woo, boys! You feel as you grab it. First off, there's a little bit of a bite to it. It's not that crazy. You take 2 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Literally
Ruining
on
the perfect
contact.
HP stat.
On contact, you feel like a painful sting of frost that bites into the palms of your hands. It seems like it'll get worse if you continue to hold on to it, but it is definitely it is like ice incarnate. So holding on to it hurts a little bit, not enough to kill you outright unless you continue to hold on to it. But with a nat 20 investigation, there is a part of you that renders a sort of, and I'm going to try and be a little cautious with these words here. Familiarity. You feel something inside that is it's very faint because of the icy aura, but a deep, down in the depths warmth. A something that is hot within inside, but it is being swallowed by this coldness. But something in there, it feels like there is a sense of I know this feeling. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It makes sense.
So I leave it there. You dislodge it from the chambers that it has. And I will say this: if you continue to hold it, you will continue to take increasing damage every round. That is up to you though. But you do have this egg, and as the Sugar Plum Fairy is channeling that energy into her body, she looks at she notices that you've taken it, and she just goes, "Maple dear, please do me a favor, put that back, won't you?" And you seem to stop her from channeling that mist. It has pulled her attention enough to where she's just seemingly what you have is more important than her invoking whatever action she was going to previously.
Thanks, Maple.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
It is Nerdania's turn. She's gonna refer to the group. She goes, what do I do with this stone?
Can I say anything?
Break
Yeah,
it!
your head is just below the mist. You can see stuff. It's very heavily obscured, but you're not deep enough to where the mist has completely blanketed out any visuals, any visuals from you.
Break it.
Well, who smashed it? You should.
All right, she's gonna go ahead. Make a strength check. That's a 14. She slams it on the ground with a loud. It scatters across the ground. You watch as the vibrant blue energy that is coming from that cotton candy watery mist coming from that skull. It completely fades. It looks just very there. It doesn't look like magical water anymore. It just looks like regular diluted water. And you see that the other half of those glowing runes all over her body go out, and there is a sense of I am no longer on the offensive.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Does my watery grave disappear?
The mist is still there. It seems like that this whole chambers is a magical place, and while the magic doesn't seem to be flowing anymore. It is still like the stuff that's already there is already there, but it doesn't seem to be flowing and strengthening. She was kind of like pulling on it for some sort of like magical aid, but it doesn't seem like that she can anymore.
False. Okay. Son of a bitch.
So that's Nerdania's turn. What's your game plan here, guys? What are you hoping to what are you trying to do here?
I'm
Whose turn is
falling.
it?
How can I survive this?
I don't know how you gonna survive it, but
Wait, are we
I
out
don't
of
know how
combat?
I'm gonna survive it.
Okay, we're gonna try something here. We're gonna do a ballsy play here.
it's
like
my
jumping
turn
into
now,
the
ain't it?
swirling vortex of
Well,
death.
so Nerdania still has an action left. She's got an action and a movement left.
Oh, Pog.
Oh, Nordania, you precious angel.
She is going
Dives
to.
into the Slurpee.
So she smashes the stone. So let me first do this. Let me first do this. Because this also happens. The other like floating Oreo cookie that's like one of those like bases comes fully into view. With a running leap. So I have to roll a d6 for her psionic die. She rolls the lowest number, which is fine. She wants to roll low, not high. You see that Nerdani smashes it, and so this all happens simultaneously. With the two of her arms holding you, Shara, she drops you into the mist. Nerdania smashes the stone, takes like 2, 3, 4 steps back, and with a heavy gallop, psionic leaps from here to here. Oh, hold on.
Ah, layers.
Wonderful, wonderful layers.
She makes a full psionic leap in which the ground kind of pulses out this like purple energy, this very like sugary purple energy. She lands, and what does she do here? I'm gonna say she used her bonus action to smash the thing. Okay, I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand here. Holy shit. Nerdania, like, in the midst of her jump, like, drops her backpack like, on the ground, and you see that coursing through the air behind her is this wildly wiggling, like, licorice, like, rope that she has landed, pulls, like out from from her side saddle, a straight crossbow, and she's going to make an attack on you, Shara. She
gonna do
hits
what?
She hits you.
I think she's trying to shoot you with like a grapple arrow.
She
Or
hits
bolt.
you. You do take 6 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit.
But you feel this like very like broadhead arrow hit your body, and you swing very like Indiana Jones underneath the floating Oreo cookie. And she's got both of her hooves on the edge of that cookie, and it's just like reeling you in as you are just swinging into utter nothingness below you. There's no sense of time, space,
It's
or direction
cold.
where you're at, by the way.
Shara tips his fedora. He goes, "Thank you, milady."
Awful. Awful. Why have you done this?
No
Gross.
psychic damage,
I
please.
really shouldn't have jumped. I'm starting to regret that decision.
Why would you dive into the galaxy, Slurpee?
Maple, you're up.
Alright, so I would like to remind that I slashed my ices through the Slurpee juice.
Yep, you did.
I don't know if that's gonna have an effect on anything here, but this might be a really stupid decision, but
Can't be dumber than what I've done.
I'm just gonna attack the egg.
Can Sure. Can I as a player give some insight here?
No,
I mean,
I am committed to this.
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Never mind.
Give me an
Never
attack
mind.
roll.
If I do the wrong thing, I do the wrong thing. This is D&D. Sometimes we make bad choices.
Like jumping in a hole.
But you know, I'm basically in the mindset of everything I've known as a lie. Gods are nothing but cheaters and liars. She told me to put this back. I'm gonna fucking smash it with my axe.
I'm gonna break it.
I'm gonna break it. So you want me? I get to roll an attack?
Yeah,
against
give me an
Alright.
attack roll.
All right.
watch it be a-
And this is how we die, or this is how we get saved. It's
This
50-50
is either
at
how
this
we
point.
die or how we live. Find out
I mean,
now. As soon as I check all my stats. Yeah. 25.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's it.
That's a hit. I don't like
What you're
the way
trying
you
to
said
really bypass at this point is its hardness, not so much like it's an egg. Its AC's like 5, so.
that. 7.
Remember, I gave you bardic inspiration if that helps. I don't think you
I
used
might
that.
use it.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
Maybe
It doesn't
not.
help with damage. It only helps with accuracy.
Ah.
Your blade hits a resound. Oh, you're using cold damage. So ironically, your blade hits, and because it is cold damage, unfortunately, it ignores all of the cold damage that your blade does now.
Oh, so it's just straight cold. Like
Wait,
I
is
still
it-
don't get the
is-
slashing.
Yeah, I was about to
so
say, you still
basically,
get-
so putting your blades under the icy Slurpee juice, gives you some cold damage, and it seems to like radiate onto the blade. The egg, however, is immune to cold damage.
But I still don't get the slashing.
You do
damage
get the
from my
slash.
axe.
You do get the slashing damage, which was 7. So you get a heavy chip in it, but it doesn't like fully break through it. There is a nice heavy looks like a kind of like an impact crack on it, but not so much of it breaking open yet.
All right. Well, good thing I'm a fighter. 13 hits. Yeah.
13 hits. It's an egg.
Fuck you, egg.
That's a 9.
9 with another loud. A big piece of ice chips off of it, like putting a chisel onto a big ice block. A big piece falls of it, scatters across the ground, and you, maybe like a size of like a fist, maybe like a hole that's maybe like 7 or 8 inches in diameter, breaks off of it. You are hit with a very warm smell, like almost overwhelming, like blasting smell of like a deep flaming cinnamon.
fireball.
Fireball.
A fireball shoots out of the egg. Roll.
40 foot radius, no big deal. But that's what you get. There's a whirling energy inside of it, as well as like a deep smell. But there's still like a weird like mucus and stuff on the inside. So unless you start like digging and like trying to pull it out or whatever, it is you don't really know what's in it yet. Give me an insight check. You can give me insight, perception, or investigation, whichever you'd like.
+2. All right, it's gonna be a perception because that +5. 23.
Okay. As you like break the surface, as that piece of egg falls out, you see that the cold, that like frozen shell it had, is starting to now beginning to infest the inside. Basically, first off, as you crack through, it's incredibly warm on the inside, but it's incredibly cold on the outside. As you penetrate the surface, that cold now is starting to climb on the inside, and knowing that having put your hands on that like cold shell, it hurts. Like it did damage to you. But it is slowly beginning to freeze and creep its way down into the innards of this egg.
Can I reach in and pull whatever's inside out?
Sure. You reach in and you feel. First off, it is a layer of just like slime and like of slimy and mucus. But then your hand falls upon something coarse, jagged, even. You as you kind of like grab onto it, you feel a long, slender piece of it, and then a wider part of the bottom. And what breaks the shell and enters the ever like diminishing light of the inside of the Sugar Plum Fairy's temple.
This is a fucking dragon.
Is a small, cinnamon red, flaming dragon.
Keep a dragon! I shouldn't have jumped!
Are you so here's the thing, are you grabbing this thing like with like dangerous intent? Do you plan on like hurting this
No,
thing?
it wasn't a dangerous intent thing. It was a, oh shit, the cold is gonna do bad things. I gotta get it out of the egg intent.
Okay, give me a raw.
I didn't know
give me
it was alive.
Give me a raw charisma
What do
check.
you
Give me a
think it
raw
was?
charisma check with advantage.
I'm sorry, a raw charisma?
Yeah, just D20 plus your charisma modifier, but you do get it at advantage.
17.
17. You see that this thing, first off, as you pull it out, is fully like asleep / unconscious. It begins to kind of succumb to the coldness that's in the like the magical air around you. So it does begin to like shiver and whatnot. And some of the flames, it's got these very like robust flames on like the tip of its tail. And this kind of like flaming mohawk going on. They start to diminish. They do start to like go out almost. But it's tiny like fresh baby eyes begin to crest open, and you see that it looking at you like with like kind of like your hand's not like on its neck. Your hand's like on like where the base, like the bottom of the neck meets like the body. It kind of looks at you, and you just hear like you just hear just.
What the fuck?
But you see that it just kind of begins to like wrap itself around one of your arms in a very loving, like nurturing way.
You're its mommy, Maple!
What the fuck? This is what Cher's actually saying.
Sure, it's like, I gotta fall into this big black hole, but this nigga gets a dragon. What the hell? Like,
What the fuck is this shit?
what the fuck is this? Maple, anything else you want to do on your turn?
Fucking hell.
Name it something cute! Name it something cute!
I'm not naming it anything yet. I don't even know if it's mine. This is not what I was expecting.
I was hoping for something, useful.
Which I'm like, see, the thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around right now is why was she freezing this egg?
Because
Like,
it's a fire dragon!
was she? Yeah, but like, what did this little dragon do to deserve death, huh? Why is it familiar to me?
So cute!
Etc. Like, something.
ETC.
Exactly, etc., etc., etc. But I have a bonus action that I can't do anything
The
with.
only thing else he can say, well, I mean, I got a bonus action, I guess.
Can you ask it if it evolves at level 16?
Can I guess just try to warm up the dragon?
Is it
What
a
do you
dragon
want to
type
do?
or
What
fire
do you want to try to do to warm up the dragon?
Fire type.
Just like hold it, cuddle it, etc. I don't know. Maple grew up on a farm. Maple would know what to do, but I sure as shit don't.
He's like, I don't know how to baby.
Maple
yeah,
would,
so
but I don't.
You just try to use your regular, just kind of like your body temperature to bring it to temperature. Maple, you can feel that the cold temperatures of the world around you is almost too much for it. And I saying it that way, but it feels like physically, you're not going to be able to warm it to the temperature it needs to be to survive by just using your body heat. Essentially, it needs something more. You're gonna need to do something more for it.
Okay. So, like, stupid question, but can I keep it inside of me?
You're gonna try and drown it?
It won't.
I'm not gonna try and
It
drown
won't be
it.
able to breathe.
Okay, fair point. Never mind. Never mind.
What do you think this is?
This is why I said stupid question.
Light a torch or like something.
Why?
You
So
have a bonus action.
Could I light a torch?
You got a bonus action. You want to light? I mean, yeah, you can use your bonus action to light a torch and like see if that helps.
I mean that is pretty much all I can do. I don't got any other fire shit on me.
You drop your knapsack, pull out a torch real quick, strike it onto the ground in a very crude and almost like barbaric kind of way, like two rocks sparking onto the wet cloth. It seems like fire is actually helping a lot.
Wow.
All right.
The flame from this torch doesn't seem substantial, but it does seem to be helping a lot.
Okay.
Like basically, you're going to need either a much bigger torch, or you're going to need a fire source that is much bigger than this torch is.
Fireball.
Hey, so what type of cover is this, like, skull pot thing?
I'll say it's about half cover. You can hide behind it for like half cover.
I'm just gonna boink. I can't move any further, but Maple is like going through a lot right now. Maple's like, I gotta kill God, but Maple is also like, oh God, I have a baby.
I'm not ready to be a mom. Can you imagine going back home to your parents and they're just like, we left you alone for like a month. What happened? Like
me when I went out to California. We left.
Keep in mind we're live, buddy. Keep in mind we are live.
No, I know, but that was funny.
But that's your turn, Maple. Shara, it is your turn. You are quite literally hanging by an arrow in your chest. Like, you're hanging, like, you know, like, when people, like, have, like, harnesses around their, like, waist, and it stops supporting them everywhere else except for their waist, so they're just, like, hanging like an arched moon. Like, but that's you right now. Like,
currently.
You're hanging about 6 or 7 feet below this floating Oreo cookie with no sense of direction other than the licorice, like, candied rope of Nerdanya, and a straight, like, broadhead arrow through your chest.
First off, bonus action, and he just touches his shoulder and is like, no more of that, and just healing word.
That's your healing word? No more. I'm done.
Yeah.
Fuck this game. That's my healing word.
Yeah, he's like, no more of that. So healing word is 1d8 plus what? I can't remember. It's like plus your level. My bad.
It's plus your modifier.
Plus my mod.
Yeah, so it's your modifier, your proficiency bonus. That's your modifier.
So that is a +7.
But I believe healing word is a D4.
Mm-hmm. D4 plus 7.
Yeah, so D4 plus 7. Yeah, cure wounds heals for a lot more, but it's touch, and then healing word heals for a lot less, but it's ranged.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm no longer below 10 HP. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So here is DM. Give a perspective of what's going on from Sure. Like what can I see?
Unfortunately, you have fallen just enough to where you can't see anything. You're quite literally in the void. The eternal darkness that is the world below you. You have passed that threshold. You're not being sucked into it anymore. You have stopped falling into it. But until you start to climb back up, you can't see anything.
Okay. here's what I would like to do. First off, I'm gonna shout up and go, Maple, what was in it? Talking's a free action.
Talking is a free action. Dude's got an
Does
arrow
his
through his
voice pierce the void?
Oh yeah, you hear it. It sounds kind of like It sounds like he's trying to scream at you through like a mixture of like down a tunnel and like underwater. So it's very much just like like it's very like distorted and like wavy. But you can hear it.
Maple's just gonna shout, "There's a baby in it!" That's all he's gonna say.
Oh fuck. Okay. This is crazy. What are we doing here?
What are we doing? I don't know. I just want to get out with this thing now, but I also want to kill God. I want to kill God, but also like this is important.
Okay. I gotta read something very specific.
And Maple has a dragon.
Yeah, if he is able to get out of here, alive.
Don't say anything bad about Bacon. Bacon's gonna get out.
Okay, alright. Think, Sheriff, think. How can... okay. Here's what I'm going to try to do. DM, I have no idea how this thing looks, correct?
You don't know how what looks.
The, dragon.
Correct. He also didn't say it was a dragon. He just said there was a baby in it.
Yeah, he said it was a baby.
So as far as you know, he pulled out a little like sweet tart looking baby.
Fuck you, Maple. What the fuck?
You think I'm gonna be able to form a cohesive thought right now? Like, yeah, this is a dragon. It's mine now. Nope.
There's a baby.
Nope. There's a baby.
I would like to get closer. I would like to basically get onto, safe ground.
Okay, it'll take you like 5, like I'll say it'll take you 10 feet of your movement for the climbing part. But you're able to climb the rope by literally like hand over hand pulling on the rope that's in your chest. Every single aching pull hurts beyond compare, but it's better than being dead. You quite literally roll over onto this old magic infused Oreo cookie that's got it's those mint ones with like the green filling that you have to like roll onto. Nerdania's there with you. You see that like you're literally like you're rolling on your back, and she like you climb onto the Oreo, roll onto your back in relief, like having found solid ground. You feel a hoof gets put right onto your sternum. She just goes, "Now hold still," and just straight rips it out of your chest.
Cher, at this point, I feel like everyone has seen Cher go from like this college frat boy kind of attitude to just be like, "Fuck, this is my life."
This might as well happen.
Yep.
She straight rips it out of your chest, throws the arrow onto the platform, and she has her sword drawn in a very like offensive position, like almost like you haven't seen what's happening behind you yet. Rips it out. She says, "Hold still," rips it out of you, and she goes, "Now hurry up." She's like, "Hurry up, Petri. We have need of you." And it's very much just like at the ready. Doing some quick like battlefield medicine.
Can I see the baby now?
Yeah, you get up you're like on your knees at this point, like working your way up to your feet ever so slowly. And you see that Maple is hiding off to the side next to the old like statues that has housed the stones. Holding like at this point the dragon has like begun to coil around his neck and his head like a boa constrictor.
Well, you don't see that every day now, do you? Well then, I guess this is happening. And how does the person in front of me look? The entity.
She looks like bloodied. Let me say that. She looks bloodied, but she doesn't look like she's on death's door by any means. She's definitely taken some for the people who have hit her, they've hit her very hard, but she doesn't look like she's going to die like anytime soon. Well, not necessarily anytime soon. She doesn't look like she's going to die soon.
I meant to ask how she's looking in regard of the being that now exists.
So when she started, it was very vibrant. Like, she was essentially glowing from many of these, as if a light source within her was glowing out of the cracks of her armor and stuff like that. In addition, she had these glowing runes and this kind of frozen aura around her. The aura is still there, but the runes have completely, like, gone out. Like, straight light switch gone out. She looks a lot less bright. Her colors are very dull at this point. She does still seem very formidable, but she seems weakened in some way.
And she hasn't looked at the baby dragon. She's not looking at it at all.
Oh, she is. Her attention is very divided, and as much as she wants to follow Maple, it's not her turn. But she's got Nerdanya in front of her, who, as far as number goes, Nerdanya has hit her the hardest.
And before I make my turn, what is this thing? What am I saying? Can I roll like a check to see like if these things do something, or do they just click platforms?
The cookies you're standing on?
Mm-hmm.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Don't fail me now. That's pretty good. Okay.
I don't see it on my screen, so... Oh.
No, 10.
10?
Yeah.
You remember, and it's a little bit like, it's a small kind of flashback. You remember meeting, like, Nerdanya kind of for the first time. Nerdanya's always... So if you don't recall, Nerdanya is a student of Archmage Lazuli. You know kind of like bare bones information about her, but like you remember like day one where, you know, Lord Cruller put your name up for the candidacy to be the spy master to the next princess. You remember kind of showing up that day, meeting with the captain of the guard, who is Nerdanya Ropierre, and you guys kind of got into the talking because, you know, Sherry, you've always been a smooth dude. You've always been you've been very charismatic in one way or another, whether it was being a diplomat or just even talking your way out of getting you and the princess out of trouble when you would go into Dulcington and she would start, doing those underground bare knuckle fights. You've always been a charismatic dude. So you guys end up getting talking about basically the only real thing you guys had in common at the time, and that was your understanding of Candia's magic and how it works in correlation with every being that exists in Candia. And that is that magic exists in every being in Candia at all times, and so there's always in some way a connection, no matter how foreign the entity, whether you're from the richest houses in Castle Candy or from the lowest of the low, like a pagan of pagan beliefs living deep below the mountains, you are connected by that magic that binds the two of you. This stone, while it doesn't, with a 10, you don't necessarily recognize what it is. You feel the power of straight Candian magic coursing through it, in the sense that you may not just be able to connect with it in a magical, spiritual sense. You may be able to connect with it on a functional sense. You feel that the magic within this is very much alive, is very much an active, like, source of active magic. It's not just innate magic. It is very much like magic that is meant for something. There's a purpose behind this magic.
Question.
Yes.
I've experienced the standing stones before.
Correct.
And I know, like, just like as a fundamental, like, there are ways to transmit magic through objects, like natural magic, so your magic is amplified.
Correct.
Am I getting that a very similar vibe.
Yeah, you're getting a few different vibes. If you want, you can give me another Arcana check or an Insight check.
Let me check. I will give you another Arcana check. Because Shara... Oh, 9! What is going...
You don't know. I'll tell you this. You for sure feel something. Your innate, like, you above all other people, not necessarily above all other people, but as somebody who actively and constantly taps into that candy and magic, you know what you're feeling, and you're definitely feeling some kind of candy and magic. What its purposes are, you do not know.
Alright, Shara is... It's like a circle with, like, it looks as... The way that I'm looking at it right now on my screen, is it the way that it looks in actuality?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Granted, I couldn't find floating Oreo cookies as a
No, that's understandable.
You're quite literally standing on a floating Oreo cookie with like the top, the bottom, and the cream in the middle. And along the ridges, usually where it would say like Oreo, are these weird pagan runes that you have seen before. They are quite literally on these, like, in different configurations on the Sucrosi standing stones.
Alright. Can I stand in the middle? And I would like to cast something, to begin the enchantment to cast something.
Sure. What do you want to cast?
I'm going to cast... Let's start off with some... Shara has an idea. He's going to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay, let me see something.
And do I feel like anything being imbued through me while I do this?
Unfortunately, you do not speak like Bulbosi or like Bulbian. You don't speak.
I still have the guy's shadow.
Oh, okay, even better. So I will tell you this before you cast it, before you like use the spell slot, or like before you use your action. You can read what the runes say. I didn't take that into consideration. That's my bad. They are runes of amplification. However, this is a rune of amplification for straight evocation, like destructive magic.
Fuck. I need to see something. Do I have... Shara doesn't have any of those. Balls! Evocation destructive magic.
I'll tell you what. This will be your action, unfortunately. If you would like to cast Minor Illusion, you can, but you will need to do it alongside an Arcana check. I'm gonna say DC 16.
Okay. I will do so, and the image that I'm conjuring up is going to be the dragon that I saw.
The baby one?
The baby one.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it look like... I'm going to have it, like, basically back where it was over here. Like, can I ping it? I'm going to have it basically back over here. And as I'm doing it, I'm basically just going to say, Maple, I'm sorry, it just didn't work out. And I'm making it sound like my invisibility failed.
Okay.
As a way to get her attention over here.
Okay.
So Minor Illusion is a cantrip, so that just happens.
Correct. But I do need an Arcana check. There is a mechanic behind this, so I do need an Arcana check if you're not using an evocation spell.
Ooh, okay. 20!
Yeah! You see, so normally it just kind of like pops up. It's just very kind of like, it's a magic trick. It's a very like beginner magic trick. And it's either like an image or a sound. You see a full ass like dragon hit the ground and kind of like walking around over on that thing. It makes noise as it walks, and it seems to have like a full like matter attached to it.
Awesome. Cheryl basically says what he says, just like, Maple, I'm sorry, it didn't work out. He got away.
Okay, she turns to it and she says, She looks at it, and there is a deep like worry that comes across her face. You see that her face begins to swap rapidly. This time her face swaps to Archmage Lazuli's, and you see that she goes, "My dear, if you'd be so kind, return to mother." And she holds her hand out, and like towards the tiny baby dragon, like trying to get its attention.
Which one? The fake one?
The illusion one, the fake one.
Dope. Maybe we'll figure out what the fuck to do with that thing. I think we just need a killer now. I think we straight up just need a killer.
What's going on with Vargas as I'm falling into hell?
Okay. Well, hold on, Shara. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I use my bonus action. Can I use whatever movement I have left to climb on Rodonga's back?
Yeah, sure. She'll let you.
Yep.
Okay. As your turn ends, Shara, you climb on there. Vargas, you finally hit something solid. It doesn't hurt. Like you don't hit like the ground. You land with a loud splash. There's a moment where you pull your head up from this water, and it is this thick ichor of water. And have you ever seen the movie Pinocchio?
Yes.
Or like the animation? You know the part where like he gets swallowed by Monstro?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You find yourself crawling onto this like, it's like a deep like pink caramel. It feels like almost like they're like the guts or the innards of some large beast. And as you land and you crawl yourself out, you find yourself sitting there, and you hear a sound like deep within your ears. Like it is almost like it's echoing around you. Just hear like.
That's disturbing.
And then you hear like you're like.
What?
Like deep around you. You glimpse around you. You see that there are horrifically like distorted, like Candians are, for suspension, like for a little bit of suspension here, your being's made out of candy. So like for example, like Archmage Lazuli is like, she's this kind of like purple, like lollipop kind of being, and then Rococo is this chocolatey woman, like this like a straight like chocolate person. There are like melting people that are walking around, people with like that looks like pieces of them have been like bitten off or like ripped off, that are just wandering around aimlessly around this place. But it is just like this long, never-ending, like meaty tunnel.
Is the ground squishy?
It is squishy. It's less squishy. It feels like you're walking through this like, it feels like you're walking kind of like through mud. It is like it's thick and your feet sink into it, and when you pull them out, they get stuck like for a moment with like a loud like for a second before you like take your next step. It definitely like takes like some effort to move.
All right, I'm looking around. Do I see a way out?
I mean, as far as a way out goes, the only real way that that is definitively an out is the way you came, which is straight up.
Okay. So, does it look like it keeps going any further? Like
it does look like it goes further forwards and backwards, but it doesn't like I said, the tunnel is just a long, dark tunnel. It doesn't look like it leads anywhere.
Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna try and talk to somebody. I'm going over to the nearest person. I'm like, excuse me, where am I? Hello?
Sorry, say that again?
I'm going over to the closest person and I'm asking, excuse me, where am I?
You You grab onto the person close to you. You turn them around. You see a large lollipopped Candian man wearing tattered tattered robes of like the Balbian church. But his head is like the front whole like top right corner has been like ripped and broken off, and you can see the inside of that like chewing gum brain that is on the inside that is just partially bitten off. He looks at you, looks like somebody like melted the front of his face. One like his eye is no longer where like his eye is. It's like almost like to the left of his mouth, and it is horribly melted. And he just turns with like a very grim, just like a. Give me a straight. Just give me a wisdom check, like a D20 plus your wisdom modifier. You can. I'll tell you. You can do insight if you want.
Okay. That's a little better. That's actually a lot better. Insight. 21.
21. You've seen this guy before.
What?
You've seen this guy before, actually, maybe a day ago. Time's a little bit insurmountable and a little bit uncalculable. Like, is unable to be calculated or monitored down here. But if, as far as you remember, it's only been a few hours. You've seen this guy, probably yesterday. You watched Shara straight execute this dude and steal the mind from him.
Oh my god. You're not looking too good there, bud.
He like attempts to speak to you. You see that his mouth opens, but as his mouth opens, it's almost like it was like melted together and is pulling apart. You see like the strings of this melted candy, and he's just like.
Okay. You don't need to speak. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and you see that like pieces of him are slowly like melting into this weird surface. Like it's not quick, but it's a slow melt. As if he's like I said, melting into this weird squishy squishy ground that you're on with this like liquid that's over it. He's like melting into it.
He's melting into. Am I melting?
You look down. You're starting to see pieces of your like candied body are slowly like you're really shiny right now. You're not like you went from like a very like kind of like solid color to a very shiny, only matte color. Yeah. But like your skin has started to glow to this very shiny color. As if somebody. It's like. Okay, basically like this.
Am I in a stomach?
Have you ever seen like candy starting to melt? How it turns really shiny at first?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Just shiny's not a color.
I know what you're saying.
Welcome back, Nordonia.
Nice to have you back, Nordonia.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to like the nearest thing, to try and use both of my swords to climb back up.
You see, I'll tell you what you can try, but there's also like weird structures and stuff down here. You can see, there's like it looks kind of like partially eaten like houses made of this weird like brown like solid like single walls. So like instead of it being like bricks, it looks like it's like this weird like brown house with this kind of like frosting all over it. It's like a weird like holiday decorations all over it. You can see that there's like large like candied canes that are kind of like half eaten. One of them is like sharpened at the end and is sticking straight out of the ground. There's a bunch of stuff that's down here, like large like unfinished like giant pieces of like meatloaf that are down here that are floating. But if you want to try and start climbing out, you can.
Does any place down here kind of like catch my eye? Like, oh, that's interesting. I should go there.
Give me a perception check.
14.
14. You see down here, in fact, like, you know how there's like a lot of movies that have like when they show like a homeless people scene, they're like a bunch of dudes under a bridge, like by like a trash can fire. You see like that. There's a bunch of people that are around this kind of like it looks like they're in like what looks to be like this it's like a large like white kind of lake area with like large like round multicolored rings in it, like large like maybe like Fruit Loops floating around in it. They're looking into this like big opening of like this weird yogurty color stuff. Looking down into it. They're all sitting around it and looking down to it. Not a lot of them, but there's a bunch of them that are.
All right, I'm gonna go over there and kind of like see what they're looking at, like what's going on.
Okay. And with that, we will go to the next turn.
Oh God.
Cliffhangers. I don't have his sheet, unfortunately. So I can't actually play him, unfortunately. So it is her turn. She's going to move to the dragon.
I don't like this.
And she's just gonna hold her hand out. Do you do anything with the image? Like she
Am I able to move it?
I mean, not necessarily until your turn, but like she motions for the dragon to like come to her. So I will guess that like is it going to do anything?
No. According to the rules of minor illusion, she gets the ability to look if she wants.
I think she gets an investigation check. Yeah,
She gets an investigation.
What is your DC?
My DC is a DC 15.
15. So you get a +2 to that, so your DC 17. But she does have advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks. So.
Oh God! All right, prepare cutting words.
Okay, 17. So you can go ahead and roll it if you'd like.
What'd she get?
She did succeed. She got a 20 overall, so a 12 + 8.
Cool. I just need a 3.
You need a 3.
6.
It's a 6. So she.
I just say, dragon, run!
It starts to run from her. She sees it run. She is currently Archmage Lazuli. But her face, like she quickly looks back up. Her face switches back to this horrifying monster, and she goes, "You quiet!" And she's going to straight attack you now.
That's kind of a dick move.
You see that she is going to. Well, she doesn't have a spell that'll hit both of you, so she's going to force a layer action. You see that she points 2 of her fingers at you. Magic begins to like emanate into her palms, but instead of aiming them straight at you, she aims at the ceiling, blasts 2 rays into the ceiling. Nerdanya and Shara need to make reflex saves.
I just got here. I don't even have my sheet up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Thanks a lot, Shara. I mean, thanks a lot, Shara. What am I doing?
You saved my ass.
I said reflex, so dexterity save. Sorry.
I saved your ass.
Pathfinder.
Woo-hoo! That's how cool I am. I do that not even
18.
being here.
18. So that is half. So you're good.
What are we doing? A what?
Dex save.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is a reflex save?
Even with half, I'm still gonna. I probably will go down.
Wait, these are not.
It's
These are
Pathfinder.
not me rolling. These are me seeing what dice to use today. I haven't gotten to roll.
Those are d12s. Oh, your d20s are over there.
This is not me rolling. Yikes!
No way! Did you roll below?
Okay, we're gonna roll this guy. Okay, so I need to roll a dexterity
save.
check?
Yeah.
Or a dex save?
Dex save.
Ooh, okay, so 14 plus... What's 14 plus...
21.
I forgot under Danya, not Core. I was like, I got a +7. I have a 0 dex. Never mind.
So you fail, actually.
God, fuck you. I just got here.
Hey, I only have 13.
Maybe
hit
be
points.
here from the start.
I'm
kidding.
probably gonna go down
Wow,
from this.
Mr. is late to every game.
Hey, I'll have you know,
Go ahead, have me know,
I beat Romeo here today.
I rolled like ass, so you're fine. Nerdanya, you take 10 points of cold damage.
Have I taken anything already?
No. You take 10 points of cold damage. Shara, you take 5 points of cold damage. But a large icicle drops from the sky, lands directly into the center of the platform, and with a very heavy shattering of weight and straight impact, it blows both of you to the side. Since you passed your save, Shara, you managed to keep your ground. For Nadanya, you have slidden off, and you are quite literally holding on by your hands off the edge of this Oreo cookie.
Isn't that the one place I said not to let me fall? Was here? Is this the one place I said not to let me fall?
So far, you've been doing fine.
You guys suck. I don't have a pen.
I'm under Danya's back. Do I still?
With a successful save, you're able to you were able to dive and dismount.
It's really funny for you guys to say things in like real time, and I'm like, oh, you are? When did this happen? I need a pen. Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
fuck!
what was my
All right.
10. 10
Yeah.
core.
I thought I was core. I was so hyped. I was like, +8 on this bitch.
Dude, if this was Luke, this would be over.
Yeah, core would.
This would not be happening.
Gosh, she'd be knocked. -10. Ugh.
And
then a hanging. Does that mean anything to me, or is it just a action to get up?
so basically, unless something happens to you between your turn and between now and your next turn, it's just gonna be extra movement to climb back up. But basically, if
Red vest. I have a pen.
but basically, so if you get hit by any more attacks while you're hanging, it's gonna be athletics checks
To not fall in. Great. Okay, that's fine.
Do you have a +8 to athletics or something like
Yeah.
that?
Aren't you crazy?
Strength skill.
My athletics are great. It's a +5, but still good.
You just steal pens from work.
No. Shut up. That's none of your business. They steal my soul every fucking day. I can take a damn pen.
And she is going to use another legendary action.
I hate you. Oh, how did that go, by the way? How'd your dimension go?
It almost went. The only reason he's not dead is because you saved him.
I did? What did I do?
You managed to
You die,
psionic
Bob.
leap over onto it and just straight shoot him in the chest with a crossbow with a rope attached. You rope tricked him.
What? I'm sorry. But you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, you're welcome.
I don't know if I was here if I would
Bitch.
have been smart enough to. I probably would have. I do some pretty out the box shit.
With the way you roll, maybe not.
And okay, she's going to use her legendary action. Maple, you need to make a wisdom save.
Is it with disadvantage?
It is with disadvantage.
I hate this damned game.
Okay. Wait, does that mean she see the other dragon around Maple's neck?
No, she's just. So basically, she's been trying to coax Maple into joining her side the whole time. She doesn't even have to look at Maple.
Is he
to do that.
charmed?
No, maybe. We're about to find
fuck
out.
me, bro.
13.
Bardic inspiration if you need it.
Do I need it?
I would say you need it. I think it's a D. What is it? Is it a D8 or a D6?
D8 from him.
D8.
15.
15. Maple.
Fuck!
You see you finally feel that there has been a voice that has been trying to penetrate the depths of your mind. It has done so.
Fuck it.
God.
You see that the Sugar Plum Fairy has been right this whole time. That the only way to protect Candia is for everybody that you know and love to go into the mist. And so, if you can do it non-lethally, you may. But if they do not listen, the only way to reach them is lethal.
Got you.
Question, and this is a very interesting question. Since he has a warm entity around his neck, does that give him any bonuses?
A warm entity around his neck doesn't give him bonuses?
He has a dragon, and she's like an entity of ice, isn't she?
You'll see what it does later, but it doesn't help in any terms of wisdom, any wisdom saves.
I'm scared of you'll see what it does later, but I'm also very intrigued.
Sully, a
that is
mother's
your turn.
love. A mother's love.
Just a ball of
Yeah.
hair. Disgusting.
you hear a voice that finally cracks into your subconscious that it makes sense. Yeah, everything that's been going wrong is because of this world, this hate towards Candians that's been birthed out of nothing but pure jealousy and fear.
I thought you were saying gelatin.
That too. That the only way for Candians to truly survive is to go to a place where they won't be hated or prejudice won't be prejudiced against.
I will keep that in mind when it is my turn.
But it is Nerdania's turn.
Oh. Oh shit. Okay, can I get like a rundown of what's happened? I'm kind of lost.
TLDR.
Huh? Total lame.
Too long.
Too long didn't read.
Too long didn't read. The magic flowing from the fountain, from the waterfall, has gone as both of the stones have been destroyed, and as such, the object that is underneath the fall has become more visible as she was trying to draw from the magic, and she was unable to. It was an egg.
What?
Maple was able to crack open the egg and seize the entity inside, which is a
baby?
flaming cinnamon dragon.
Oh,
like,
to the baby.
I
want to raise him. He's mine.
His mom.
She now
I'll stop her
believes
for him.
that Maple is its
I
like
think you're
mom,
about to.
and has been like coddling him
Oh,
this whole
cette
time.
petite pougère est la petite moselle.
And
Stop this.
this whole time, Shara's just been getting under the skin of the Sugar Plum Fairy, and she's this close to just mère.
Oh, it's
That's my
not,
job.
it's not as funny.
So
Keep going, though.
they like mon mère.
Petite mère.
So she's like this close to just being like, I hate you, kill yourself. Like, you're gonna die now. And as
I hate you. Kill yourself.
And as
Power
you've seen,
night level.
she's finally gotten through to Maple to turn against you.
Flub. Okay, and what is she like floating right now?
She's been full flying this whole time.
I just whistled through my throat. Flub. I was not here to think. So has anyone died yet? Like gone through the mist and realized it's dead? Where's Dom?
Dom.
That's what I
I'm
wanted-
alive. Dom, remember
Fergus
last
has yet
session?
to
Dom just
reemerge.
cannonballed?
Okay, he has yet to reemerge. Is what I needed to know. Would it be physically, like genuinely physically possible for me to like jump and grab her and then change my direction midair and then land right here?
So what would you?
I'd
so,
be like, boop,
So you want to like jump and tackle her in the air
and then
and like move her?
well, kind of just like I'm jumping towards here, but I'm also kind of grabbing her at the same time as like a tackle, kind of. I'm
Sure,
stretching
but here's what I'm saying. Are you trying to move her? Are you trying to like relocate her? Okay.
on to like land.
Give me
Or unless if I stand here, can I hit her? Like was it within?
yeah,
like,
that's within range. If you just want to swing at her.
Yeah. Well, the other one was kind of more fun. I'll try that one.
Okay. So you need a.
Oh God. And I used one psionic leap already. So I've what'd you roll? You didn't roll a 6, did you?
No, I rolled a 1.
Ah! You rolled a 1? That's good. My
Yeah.
D6 becomes a D8.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
I mean, sorry to whoever got the
so
1.
20 feet. So you do need to roll an athletics check.
Okay.
It's not very high. It's a DC 10.
Athletics check.
Correct.
Let's see. 20.
20?
30, 20.
30, 20. She got a 12. So, are you trying to grapple her like as the grapple condition, or are you just trying to like swing off of her as like an anchor point?
I don't necessarily want to grapple her. If it is possible for me to move her onto over the land like 5 feet.
Sure. Okay, that's easy enough. You beat her by enough. And
Oh.
since you're able to move things that are larger than your size category,
I move things up to 900 pounds. Thank you very much.
you straight move her, like over to the you're starting to like pull her to the fountain.
Cool. I'm now going to beat the fuck out of her with my sword.
Okay.
The baby dragon's right here, by the way.
Not
It's just
good.
like running from her.
Hey, what's a 12?
Yeah.
plus 5?
17.
Oh, it's not terrible. Okay, I got 17 to hit.
17 to hit. 17.
Wait.
7.
I thought I I had an extra bonus for something. Hold on, let me just read. Pretty sure I had a thingamajigger. Where'd it go? Sorry, guys. Maybe no. I might be thinking of just the damage, not the hit. Not that it's a hit. Fuck. Yep. Okay. No, I got 17.
17 hits.
What? Heck yeah. Cool. I'm just gonna roll damage then. So that is a.
You find as you kind of like land and you drag her on, and you kind of like you're literally first off, she's the sheer strength that you're like the sheer like strength show that you're showing, pulling her like she's a large person. She's like 11 feet tall. You pulling her onto the land is a crazy show of strength. You let her go, pull the blade out, and you just begin to carve. There is like that frosty aura that you were having trouble penetrating at first. Your sword cleaves right through it and slashes across your body.
Yes. That's a 6. I wanted an 8. Oh, max damage. I rolled an 8. Now it goes down to a 6 again, but whatever. So, 6 plus 8.
14.
And did I charge? No, I did not charge. And then I'm going to
No, Maple. No.
and then
What
I'm
do you
going
mean?
to
No.
and then I'm going to goad her.
That goes down the stairs. I don't know what
okay.
you're talking about.
So you
so she has to roll wisdom.
She has advantage on wisdom save.
Even if she didn't, the first one
Okay.
was close
Okay.
enough. I'm sure she has more than a +1 to wisdom.
She's a +8.
Yeah, so the 11 was great. Either way, she still gets another d6.
Oh, Jesus.
So 14 plus 5.
Jesus. 19 damage.
Yeah, hold on. I don't think I'm done. I think I'm done, but let me just confirm I'm not.
I think you might have another attack.
Oh, you're right, I do. Oh, yeah, that would be a fucking 17 again.
17 hits.
You. And then the goading, does that count for both or no? Just one?
It's per attack, so
one.
it'd only be one.
So 8 plus 6 plus 2.
So was it 16?
Sorry, 8 plus 6. I didn't mean to roll this one twice.
So another 14?
I don't get goading.
Okay, so another 14.
Yeah.
Wow! That's the damage!
And then I still have 1 intelligence die. Or whatever die. No, I already included that. Never mind. That's what I rolled the 6 for. You're good.
Okay. Nerdanya, give me an insight check.
For sure. Let me just confirm. And she failed her goad.
She succeeded her goad.
Does she just yell out in fear? Can we hear fear from her?
Hey, when did I get this telekinetic shit?
You've always had the telekinetic stuff.
No.
Then it's part of your level up.
Oh, is that when we did it? I need to read through that. I've never even seen that. What'd you just ask me? Perception check?
Insight check.
Insight? Let's roll this guy. He's been okay. Not very nice. Insight? 11.
11? This almighty being, first off, is not afraid of you. Like, despite you slashing through her, she's like thriving
I can
in
feel
the
that.
heat of
Like I
battle.
can feel how that I can feel that essence coming from her. Like that I'm not afraid of you.
There's the two of you are locking eyes in mortal combat.
Like Nerdanya stares her in the face, and goes, "You know, you may not be afraid of me, but I have held my kidneys in my hands. Okay, I am not scared of you."
You see that her face switches to General Rococo's, and she just goes, "You will hold more than that, child." Pulls out a second sword, and so she's now holding 2 swords into 4 of her hands. You can consider this her second phase.
Me?
Oh,
Get
God.
right in her face.
She doesn't seem, but however, you rolled an 11.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
I'm gonna
so-
go ahead and
and-
just use my movement to get the fuck out of there.
So you only have, I think, 20 feet left. Your movement speed is 40, right?
Yeah.
So I think you have more. I think you have like 35. Yeah, so you have 35 feet. No, I'm sorry, 25 feet.
Okay. I already used my actions, so I can't just disengage.
Correct.
But I can action surge disengage.
You can do that.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here as far as I can get away from Maple too. No.
You wanna go this way?
Yep.
So you have 25 feet.
Okay, give me just get out of there.
You want to go there?
Yep. Fuck you, Maple.
Also, Maple is gone from this loving, like, kind of like yellowy brown, like
dinner.
like Aunt Jemima's maple syrup color, to
So,
this
like that nasty, like fucking what's that stuff? Molasses, like syrup. That's
So I'm dark
like,
now.
yeah,
It's like
a-
black.
I'm quite
It's like
literally
tar.
dark.
Yeah.
He's no longer like this, like weird, like flubber elasticity, like the way that his body is. It is like a dripping, like a heavy black liquid tar.
Ugh, that doesn't sound like syrup.
Gross.
That just sounds like unfiltered, uncooked syrup. Sounds like tree sap.
She used actually, I think she's got more legendary actions she can use this turn. I think that was
Wait, what?
Jesus H Christ.
Basically,
How many actions does she have?
So basically, she has basically three, like, think of them as points that she can spend per like round. Each of her legendary actions cost 1, except for one of them, which costs 2. So if she spends, she can do 2 of them once, and then another one of them a third time if she wanted to. But
and she gains back those points every new turn.
every round, yeah.
Is it Maple's turn?
She is going to. Oh. She's going to use her legendary action to do Chooser of the Slain. And she is going to mark. She's going to mark you, Maple.
Huh?
Or not Maple, sorry, Shara.
Of course she is.
So you need to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Okay. Let's check something real quick. Okay.
Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. You feel a sense of straight death magic and dread, like, beginning to, like, almost like the aura of the magic of that standing stone you're on kind of changes, but it's not that it changes, it just is almost like being snuffed out by an overwhelming, like, presence of just dread and death from this Sugar Plum Fairy who is now standing in front of you, like, weapons drawn.
Shara's gonna say, "Oh, you're actually trying."
Yeah, her face is still General Coco's, so there's that. By the way, these faces that she changes to, which are Altazar's sisters, don't work on any of you. They would only work on Altazar if he was here. Like, you get it. You're like, oh, it's sad. Like, she's cheating by choosing people that we know, but, like, we're not that close. Like,
we've gotten to the point where we're just like, lady, we're sick of your shit.
get out of here. Maple, it is your turn.
Alright. So, seeing as the Sugar Plum Fairy is actively engaged with this one, and also kind of this one, I'm gonna go for the Pickens.
Please don't kill the dragon.
So there isn't, the water's gone now, right? Or is
It's
it just
not that
stopped
it's gone. The
seeping out of
water
the
is very
eyes?
much the water is very much still there. There was this cold, like, icy blue, like, magical light coming from it. That's gone.
Oh, so I still have to jump it if I want to move through it?
I mean, you're still welcome to try to move through it. You didn't. He jumped over it because he didn't want to have to deal with it in the first place. But you can by all means walk through it, but you might experience some, like, difficulties or like slowed movement from it.
All right, in that case, I'll just hop it. So Maple's taking the dash action.
Is he coming towards me?
No.
Damn it.
No, I'm going for. I forgot the name.
Fernan.
Ed's character.
Yeah,
I'm going for
Fernan.
Fernan. Yeah.
Waffle House.
Why is it every time Ed's not here he gets murdered?
Waffle House.
Unfortunate because this thing ain't attacking it, so I've decided it's my job to.
Do you roll to break out at the end of your turn?
I don't know how it
At the end,
works.
yes. You roll a break at the end of your turn.
So, what kind of of a check is it to spadoing?
Athletics.
Not a new tab. This tab. Athletics. 26.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna get across that. I am coming at this man with murderous intent, except it's not really murderous.
He's so dead.
So, I get there. I have not action surged this combat, so I'm going to action surge,
Oh god.
and I'm going to attempt to grapple Vernon.
Okay.
I get advantage on that, by the way.
Heard. He is a monk. I'm assuming his dex is a +3, so I'll say he's got a 16.
Oh, it's a DC?
Well, in athletics checks, they're opposing athletics, so it's him versus you.
Oh, okay. The athletics. D20 plus. Actually, I get advantage, so just. Oh wow. 18.
You win. You almost begin to like engulf him in like your tar like sludge.
Why you gotta call it tar, man? That just makes me uncomfortable.
That's your fault.
But yeah, he's grappled.
I can't really do anything else this turn.
Okay.
So that's gonna be it.
Cher, it is your turn.
Hey, don't I get a save?
Oh yeah, you do. Sorry.
Is it still at disadvantage?
No. It's only disadvantage to like fall under the spell, but once you're under it, it's straight up.
So just whiz save.
Yep.
Remember who you are.
Okay,
19.
Obi-Wan.
You snap too. You come back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
I hate you.
And you are slowly engulfing Fernan in like the sludge.
Really for this?
Do I have to wait till my turn to ungrapple
Okay,
him?
here.
Unfortunately, it's the end of your turn, so you can't let it go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have to wait till next turn.
If you don't take a step, I'll punch you.
I have one. I was wondering if it's still because I moved my computer back. But yeah, you'll be able to do it at the start of your next turn, though.
Okay.
Vargas, you're in the depths of some godforsaken place and
Yeah.
looking at people look at a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Mm-hmm.
You peer into the deep, yogurty milk depths,
Gross.
and you see, your allies doing battle with the Sugar Plum Fairy.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, is this some
Winner.
fucking Silent Hill shit? He's in the same world as us, but we can't see him?
Yeah, like some X-Files shit.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take my other sword that isn't the magical one, and I'm gonna poke it in and see if it does anything.
Nerdanya, make a perception check.
Whoa, okay. I'm out of room. I'm gonna like. That sucked.
What'd you get?
Like a. Oh, my perception dookie. Like a 9.
9? Okay. Varg, you feel like you're pushing through a very, like, there is definitely a magical barrier that is keeping whatever, like, you're trying to push through it, but it is keeping you out. Doing it by yourself, you will not succeed. So somehow, some way, you're gonna have to try and get the attention of those who are already in combat. But unfortunately, the closest person to you didn't notice.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Fuck. God dang it. Ooh, can I cast the major image? Can I try and cast major image through this thing?
I'll say you can. Give me a Arcana check alongside it. I'll say DC 16.
Okay, Arcana. Okay, cool. 18. bitch.
Nice.
Um,
So what do you cast?
It's me as a cat.
I am making a giant sign pointing downward saying Vargas is alive and trying to pierce the veil.
You guys see in the midst of a bloody combat with a purple-colored god, a giant neon sign made looks like it's straight out of Candyland. That says Vargas is alive and is trying to pierce the veil, and it's like a pointing down arrow at the bottom where the water is coming out of the mouth of that skull.
Yeah, Nerdania just goes, when did he become Andy Bielsack? Haha, pierce the veil. Oh, he's Black Veil Bride. Well, I thought it was funny.
Brutal.
It was funny.
It was almost funny.
The attempt was there.
Yep, it's a thought that counts. I even said it in my head too. I was like, oh
but
yeah,
that's
he's
what you
a Black
get.
Veil
That's what you say. That's some quick thinking. So we go to the next turn, which is Shara. Shara, you see the giant sign. It's definitely not hidden.
Oh.
It's like blinking on and off like a bar, like an open bar sign.
That's exactly
Where
what
is it?
It's literally like on the forehead of the skull. Like you can see that like it's like on the forehead of the skull like a giant neon sign that is constructed of like candy canes and different colored licorice and just like blinking on and off.
And low key off to the side, there's a picture of a hand that the lights flickering on and off make a middle finger.
It's just the knuckles, and then like the thing that's flickering on and off is just the middle finger. Yeah.
Alright, Shara's just gonna go, I can't fucking deal with that right now. And he touches himself, and he's casting he's gonna cast a level 3 Cure Wound.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to die here. So that's gonna be 3d4 plus 8. No, plus 7. Oh my god, that was bad.
That was really bad.
Holy shit.
If that was 3 ones, you know you would have just killed yourself?
Yeah.
It's only on d20s. If you roll 3 ones on a d20.
Oh, I don't know what he's rolling right now. I wasn't listening, sorry.
If I roll 3d20s, I deserve to die.
If you roll... Also,
First off, I rolled
cure
3
wounds.
nat
Also,
20s.
cure wounds isn't a d4.
And I didn't get anything.
No, healing word.
Oh, okay.
Healing word. So I'm up to 21. Okay, good. Shara is just gonna sigh and say, we're gonna try this one more time.
Let's run it back. I was
Let's
bitten by a
run this
radioactive
back.
spider.
He's
And I
gonna...
thought I was the world's only Spider-Man.
First off, is there any way between platforms? Can I see any, like, clear, like, pathway between platforms?
I love that movie. Like I said, there's no visible pathway. There's not like a bridge that you can see between them. No.
Can I put my foot out and, like, just touch?
Sure, you set your foot out and attempt to touch the water, and the only thing that parts is the mist.
I'm not taking that leap of faith. I'm brave, but I'm not that brave. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to turn to the Sugar Plum Fairy. I'm just gonna say, can you please just get into the hole that I'm casting? I'm casting suggestion.
Please just go in the hole.
So she has to be a 17, and just a heads up, I'm casting I'm casting cutting words.
So she got a 19. So you can go ahead and roll a d8.
Yeah, I'm rolling a d8. Oh, there, I could just click the d8 button. 4.
18, 17, 16. That 19, 18, 17. So she fails. She's going to burn her second legendary resistance.
What the? And Shara is just going to look at her and just goes, you know, one day you're going to have to get into that hole, and I'm going to be the one to get you there.
Can Vargas hear them, by the way, just out of curiosity?
You hear it's like you're listening. It's almost like listening through them through an old radio.
Okay.
So like you can, but like it's just like weird. It seems like kind of distant.
Okay.
And that was my bonus action. That was also my reaction. And that was also my regular action. All I have now is my movement, and I literally cannot step off this platform. But okay, cool. And I guess this is where I die. I passed my turn.
I don't like I said. I don't have this guy's character sheet, so what I'm just gonna say is he gives you the help action for whatever it is you may need, Maple.
Can you break out? Can you just be like, all right, cool, I'm up?
Yeah. Maple, you want to let go of the grapple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You let go of the grapple. He'll take his turn to like let you, like to let go of the grapple. It is now the Sugar Plum Fairy's turn.
Oh, I love it. I love this game. D&D is my favorite game.
She's gonna move here. Nerdanya, make a athletics check.
Fuck me, bro. I suck at these today. My rolls have been doo-doo.
Wait, so she's just completely ignoring the baby dragon at this point?
It's not completely. You'll hold on. Well, hold on.
What do you need?
Athletics. So you win. Okay. She attempts to grapple you, and you straight muscle your way out of her grapples. Like 2 of her arms grab you, and you're like, it is a battle of like 4 arms versus like 2 arms and 4 legs. Like,
I don't know how my legs are helping, but thank you.
You're like, it's literally like digging into the ground and like wrestling out of it.
That's not what I imagined.
So that was her action, unfortunately.
Haha.
So she will.
Joke's on you, slut.
So she will bonus action.
No, you won't.
Swing at you. That's going to hit. That is 4. Oof. You take 10 points of slashing damage and 13 points of radiant damage.
Jesus. So
Holy
23 points?
shit. How are you looking, Nordanya?
I don't know. Let me check. I'm looking okay. Half health.
Okay.
This is the start of the round. So she's going to legendary action.
Oh my god. How many things does she got?
I literally like explained it. I think you weren't down here. Think of it as points, right? So she's got a bunch of different legendary actions, but she only has 3 like points, and all of them cost 1, except for some of them which cost 2 or cost 3.
Okay.
One's probably coming my way.
So she's going to use her legendary action to
Sure, I've
attack.
got like 2.
To attack you once.
I'm going.
What's your AC?
19.
So she misses.
Suck a dick.
Then she's going to use another legendary action
Oh my god.
to Phantom Step.
Get off my cock. Oh, cool.
Phantom Step? What the
Hey,
fuck?
can I hit her?
Yeah.
Woo.
Gold her, please.
15 plus 5.
So
21.
that one hits.
I only get 1 though with
Correct.
my reaction. Oh, fuck. Can
Fuck.
I redact that, please?
Yeah.
Cool. Because if I use my reaction, I won't be able to help anyone. So.
Help me, please. Fuck.
Well, there's no way I'm killing her, so this extra, like, maybe 8, 9, 10 damage I give her is not going to be enough to do anything, so I'd rather save my reaction to actually save you from, like, a death blow.
Okay.
Good, because you might need that. This is the other half of Phantom Step is the attack.
Fuck.
Cheryl, what's your AC?
I don't.
Where are you?
My AC is well 13.
Yeah, that hits. So, plus 4. So you take 5 points of slashing damage. And,
Here comes Radiant.
and 14 points of radiant.
Oh, 19.
I'll get you when you're low.
I'm on 2 HP.
Yeah, I hate to do it. She's gonna use the 3rd point to just do a regular attack. If I could roll on this mouse pad, that'd be great.
I think I might go down, folks.
13 on the dot, so, yep. Another 5 slashing.
Don't even bother.
And 8
Don't even
radiant.
bother.
5
Don't.
and 8. You're still up 19 minus 5 and 8.
I
It's
have.
13.
I think you have like 3 HP.
Yeah.
He's still up.
I'm minus
you see,
11.
You see that she like literally becomes a giant cloud of mist, which forms next to Shara. She has 2 swords and just begins to hack and slash in a flurry of steel and just carves into him, and he drops onto the ground.
Is he
I have
unconscious or dead?
I believe he's unconscious.
What? He has 3
Unconscious.
HP. He's neither.
No, he had 3 HP before she
No,
attacked him.
he had 19.
She
No,
hit-
I had 21. She attacked me for 19. Then she attacked me for another
attack
round.
me for 19.
I was like, what?
I thought he
Like,
said
she
he
just hit
had
him for like
19.
she just hit him for like 30 damage.
Oh no, then I'll take all that. I take all of his damage.
You take both of those hits?
I
think you only take one.
do one, so I'll take the biggest hitter.
So the 19.
Minus 19.
So you take 19 damage.
I thought he said I'm at 19 damage. I was like, you're good.
No.
Him.
I told you, I'm at like 2.
Look, I heard 19.
So you
and
just
I thought
straight
he said
jump in front of
19.
it, Mr. President, take the blow. Actually,
It's 35 or it's 30 feet. I already counted. It's like 25. What? That's not where I was.
where were you at?
I was
Here?
No, I was right here.
You were here?
Here.
Here?
Yes. I thought I counted it. I could have sworn I counted it right.
So you cannot
Hold
do it.
on.
You sure?
Damn it. 30 feet. Damn it. They're all 30 feet. Damn diddy damn.
It's alright.
Shara goes down.
Even if I wanted to.
As I go down, I'm just gonna say, you're still a bitch.
Heard. It is your turn, Rodanya.
Oh, of course it is. Fuck you. I'm going to run and jump. And that's considered a charge. I'm about to beat the fuck out of this bitch.
Hey guys, do we have healing potions?
When I get through the veil,
Where are
I
you
can...
leaping from? Like here?
Well, wherever will get me there using least feet.
Well, you have to move 30 feet for it to be considered
Yeah,
a charge.
it's definitely 30 feet. Right
This
here
is
with-
25.
Yeah, I just have to move 35 feet of movement. I don't have to run the whole
Got
way.
it. Okay. So 25 feet. Then what's your strength score?
Score, like the modifier?
No, the score, the big number.
15.
15.
I'm a big idiot.
5, 10, 15. Get you onto the platform.
Cool. And then I'm going to keep in mind. I gotta keep everything in mind. Okay. I'm gonna roll to hit twice. Fuck. 18 plus 5. And then like a 12 plus 5.
Both of those hit.
What?
18 plus 5 is 23. And then you said what plus 5?
12.
12 plus 5 is 17.
Right. I keep thinking that's so low. Cool. Now I do damage. So
Okay. Before you roll,
Why?
I'm going to send you in Snapchat how much HP she has left. You can't open it yet.
Oh, sorry.
Can't open it yet.
I was
Okay.
ready.
I want you to. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll your damages per usual, and I'm gonna send you how much HP she has left.
8 and 8. Okay, so I get to hit her with 2 attacks. So that's 2d8s plus 4. Okay, and then I'm going to. I guess I should roll these. So that's 3 and 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Then charge, I get to immediately follow the bonus attack and hit it again, but with my hoobs. 2. Nope, didn't hit it with my hoops, but that's okay. Because then I'm also going to hit her with a d6. So 9 plus 3. Keep these in mind. 9 plus 3. That's a d6. That's a d4 now. Fuck. So switch one more time. Sorry. 9 plus 1.
Okay.
Cool, and then I'm also going to use my telekinetic adapt and hit her for another.
Go, Nordania. Do this. Just punch this bitch. Just keep hitting her.
So 9 plus 1 plus 3.
So 13.
And that may be everything that I have, but then she also needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. You rolled for both. Those are 2 attacks that you rolled?
Yes, I rolled the 2d8 and the 2d6. Oh, plus 4 at the end of that. So 13 plus 4.
17.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's plus 2 slashing per attack. Then she also has to roll wisdom.
She
Save.
has advantage. Those are both ass. 15.
Damn it. It wasn't ass enough. Wait, isn't advantage? Never mind. That's disadvantage. Sorry. But yeah, so 17 damage. I don't have, like, anything else. I tried my best, guys. I gave it my all. I gave it everything that I had.
He gave it the good old college try.
Alright.
Well, this is what I'm trying. I literally have absolutely nothing else. Oh! Nope, already used that. Yeah. Okay, you can talk now.
Alright. If you wanted to check how much HP she had left,
I am so scared for this.
you can.
Fuck
Maple,
me!
So
Maple,
she
you are
is
only
still
hope.
standing.
Maple, you are our only hope.
I can't get there.
You have
Okay,
axes, don't
Wait!
you?
Wait! You forgot you had gnome cutting?
Yeah,
Bruh.
bruh. She hasn't hit me with any magic. Any magic I've succeeded on.
Oh, it hasn't been any mind stuff. She's been hitting you with, like, dex saves.
Yep.
Alright, Pepper Drip.
I can't really get there.
Throw your axes.
I'm not throwing a battle axe into
Throw
the
the dragon!
void.
Throw the dragon!
He is out of axes. Stop making
Throw
I
the
have my
dragon!
2 axes, and I am not throwing them away.
I think
We
you
will
have
buy
one.
you more axes.
I think you only have
What
one.
happens if I miss?
What happens if you hit?
First
Maple.
off, what happens if I miss? Second off, I'm pretty sure these aren't even
Oh,
thrown weapons.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure I can't even throw
I get
them.
another d6. 17 plus 4.
How many superiority dice do you have left?
I have as many until I roll a 1 on this 4.
That's not superiority dice.
Yeah, huh?
No, those are your telekinetic dice.
Oh, then they're different?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
my
You-
superiority die...
It goes with martial adept. It tells you how many you have.
Yeah, it goes with your level if I remember correctly.
Martial adept. Where'd you go?
Throw the dragon. Throw bacon.
I'm not throwing the dragon.
Why not?
Yeah,
Throw bacon.
Don't throw the dragon.
Why are you calling it bacon? I haven't named it yet.
Because in my
Doesn't say
heart,
how many
it's
times I
bacon.
can use it. It just says...
Fuck
Usually, I think it's 2.
Ollie literally already said it's cinnamon.
Oh,
No,
spray dice
but I
expended
want-
when you use it. You regain... Oh, okay. So then, yeah. Didn't tell me how many I had, though. I have
Sully,
used-
I have a question. How big is this cliff?
It's like maybe like a 10-foot drop. Like with a successful acrobatics check, you'll be fine.
Yeah, acrobatics. Yeah. Successful
You
acrobatics.
gain 1 superiority die.
For what?
If you don't already have you gain 1 superiority die. If you don't already have superiority dice, it is a d6.
I just have 1?
Yes.
What? I did not know that. I thought it worked the same way as my telekinetic die, which was really cool. Sorry, guys. I didn't go to her. She passed anyway, so.
That's fine.
So you gonna try it, Maple?
I'm not throwing anything.
I'm not
Alright.
throwing the axe.
I'm not throwing anything.
Howard.
But so this is 10 feet. You said. If I fall, does it still take move speed?
No.
That's the sound I like to hear.
All right. 5. Jump 10. I fall to the floor. It's an
Acrobatics check.
acrobatics check.
Low key, there's a ladder. You could probably.
23.
You quite literally land in a splat, but your body recongeals as like a ball, and you just roll out of it.
What happens to my dragon? Please tell me my dragon is fine as I do that.
Yeah, your dragon's good. It like kind of like lets go as you land and flaps. Like it looks like a bird like just learning to fly, so it's slowly descending. Like it's almost falling out of the air slowly before it like lands back on the top of your head and like recoils around your neck and your arms. And stuff.
I can't get that far, guys. I just can't get that far.
Then just wait.
Or break the thing that has the sign that says "break him out."
Or you could help me too. That's a possibility. You could reach your hand in, you know?
Yeah, you could.
Let me just reach my hand into the galaxy pit.
No, you're right here.
It's next to you. It's literally it's the base of the skull.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see that like something is trying to come through.
Yeah, it says Vargas is trying
Yeah.
alive and trying to
Can I tell? Can I tell if it's good or evil?
There's a giant fucking sign.
There's a giant sign. I will tell you this though. You know that putting your hands in here, like the coal that you've been touching is incredibly painful. In short doses it's not that bad, but you're going to have to like quite literally like put your arms and probably your upper body into this.
Whatever. I have second wind still.
It'll sting. It'll definitely sting.
Wait.
I have second wind still.
Put the dragon on your
Whatever. I want to make sure that my dragon just goes to a different part. So it's like literally right here.
Yeah, you're
One
there.
more this way,
No,
or I'm
you're
there. All right. That was 15 feet, by the way. What do I roll?
Nothing. I just need to know if you're putting your hands in there because I'm about to roll damage.
So long as my dragon is not on my hands, I will put my hands in there. I might just shuffle the dragon to my leg or something
Okay.
for a moment. That's a lot of dice. I don't like the sound of that.
I just lost a die. I think it's into your foot.
Perfect. It doesn't count. That die is out of existence.
That sounds like
It's not under my feet.
that sounds like 8d4.
I really hope it's
Try,
D4
like,
and not D8
8d12.
or 6.
If that's 8d12, that's crazy.
I just made that up. I don't know. I didn't even see what dice he was rolling.
That's crazy.
I wasn't even looking. I'll tell you what. though, he's
Imagine
dropping it on
having
me.
the ability to cheat and not doing it. I'm kidding.
You take 24 points of cold damage.
That's cool.
I rolled really bad.
Oh God.
Uh,
How many dice and what kind of dice? I'm just curious.
8d8.
8d8. Oh boy, I could have just fucking. Actually, I couldn't have died.
You
Even if
feel
rolled perfectly.
you actually. It's not so much you feel it. You can see as your arms pass under this, literal like
24.
your gelatinous body is beginning to freeze into a solid. Like your body, you're like pushing your body in, and it's starting to freeze over, becoming a solid. You're starting to like lose the motor functions in your hands. But you push through, and through the milk, Vargas, you see two frozen, like maple syrupy hands.
I'm grabbing them.
All right, you feel it grab. You feel yourself being grabbed, for Maple.
Pull.
I pull.
Heard.
I don't want to get pulled in. I pull back. Do you need me to do a strength check or anything like that?
Nope.
No, Vargas is about to take some damage.
Nope. You about to eat shit.
Oh, that's way better.
Vargas, I think you're down, buddy.
I think you might be in pain.
Because you're a bard as well, if I remember correctly.
You take 39 points of cold damage.
Oh.
As you are pulled through a immensely painful stream of straight like piercing ice cold. As your body is frostbitten from head to toe as you are pulled face first through it. But you find yourself, huh?
Is it my turn?
Maple's turn, Shara's turn. Actually, you're back in the initiative, so it is your. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Shara used his ability, so you're after Shara actually now.
Shara's down.
No, I'm saying like so. Shara has an item that lets him move one step up in the initiative.
Yeah.
You were before him, but now you're after him because of the item.
Okay.
You put Fernand's character in the initiative, or did you? I don't know.
No.
I see the turn order, and I'm confused.
Fernan was already in the turn order because he was because of last time. He didn't jump into the pit. But anyway, Maple, yeah, you pull him out.
Thank you, Maple. It's so cold.
Maple's just gonna stare at his frozen arms, and he's gonna bonus action second wind.
Alrighty.
I'm pretty sure it's a D10 plus my fighter level, but
Yeah, it's a D10 plus your level.
Okay.
Maple literally
We're
just goes,
7 now, yeah, we're 7 now.
It's just a flesh wound.
It's about a flesh wound.
Speak for yourself.
15. That puts me back up to 58.
Jesus, why am I taking the damage? What the fuck is happening?
Why are you taking the damage? Why? Because I get mind controlled.
Because you made her very, very mad.
Yeah, that is true. You kind of just kept fucking with her, and she was like, "Oh, fuck this bitch. I'm tired of his shit."
She's a bitch, though.
She is, but you keep calling her a bitch. Why wouldn't a bitch get mad at you calling him a bitch?
Self-assurance, I guess.
All right.
She knows she ain't a bitch.
Shara, go ahead and make a death save.
Yeah. 8. That's 1 tick.
That's a fail. All right. Vargas, you have returned, and the Sugar Plum Fairy is still alive.
Oh fuck.
By
okay.
very little.
Me or the dead
her.
person? Can I see Shara?
Yeah, he is like under like Nerdania's kind of like standing over him and like trying to like keep his body from being hit, but she's just over top of both of them on that cookie, just like swinging at them. You look
Healing
over
word.
over and Nerdania's got like her shield up and she's just like clanging onto the shield like two hands like hammering on the shield.
I am holding my hand out and I'm saying, Shara, I'm never jumping in a black hole again. Healing word.
You guys choose the weirdest healing words.
And fuck encouragement. This is war.
Plus my mod. You heal 6 points of damage, so you're up. And then I am casting do I have anything?
Shara just goes, "Oh, Vargas, you're back."
Yeah. I'm gonna poison spray.
You're like, yeah, Vargas, you're back, and then Nerdania's like over top of you and like casting this big shadow on you, and you're just like, kang, 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 kang,
Oh.
kang.
Poison spray.
Poison spray. What's the reach on poison spray?
I don't know.
Poison? I think poison spray is 30 feet.
All right, well then I'll just fucking move.
And it hits everyone.
It's either that or shatter.
Yeah, poison spray, please.
Poison spray is 10 feet.
Oh, then it has to be shatter.
Dude, you just brought me back. Dude, how about
Okay,
this?
wait. But
Cast shatter, then bring me back up.
hold on. How far away is shatter's of what radius?
Shatter is a.
If you choose the center point,
Yeah.
and then it extends from there.
So yeah, it doesn't. You can put it behind her if you'd like.
That's what I'm trying to do.
60
'cause
foot. It's a 60-foot range, 10-foot radius.
Okay, so if I put it here, it'll only hit her.
Yeah. You have to put
Okay.
it right there and only hit her. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm casting shatter. Remind me what.
So she needs to make a con save first off.
Okay.
Oh, a save that she's not proficient in?
Which is 12.
Nope.
And then she takes 3d6 damage. She takes 3d6 damage.
6.
Yikes.
All right, so I've rolled 2 6s so far. 17.
Damn. Okay.
She ain't dead yet?
Dom.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you how much HP she has left.
What?
And
You gonna do this for both of us? It's less cool that way.
Nice! Awesome. So she's dead.
so what happens?
So I cast Shatter. Me freezing. I literally have 6 HP left. Me freezing, healing. Shara. I'm running out to like the edge of this abyss. I'm casting Shatter, and I say, "Get in the void, bitch!" And she explodes into a million pieces and falls into the void.
You guys see that he casts Shatter, and she begins to succumb to the very frozen elements that have been encircling this giant laboratory of her like temple, and she begins to freeze up. That you see it begin to slowly encrust from her neck to her face, and then with a snap of his fingers, there is a loud shattering sound, and she explodes. Her pieces beginning to circle and begin to get swallowed by the dark depths below.
Can I do something, DM?
What would you like to do?
Shara just simply gets up, like, taps Mordania on the back and says, "Good job," lights a cigarette, tosses it down there, and simply says, "What's a god to a non-believer anyway?" And
Yay!
just
What a
walks-
reference,
What
though!
a reference! Maple. The minute the Sugar Plum Fairy's life force is extinguished,
Oh,
you
God.
feel almost like... So first off, your arms are still slowly encrusting with ice, and just as she was encrusted with ice, you have been encrusted with ice. Your body has completely frozen over, and the last things that you see are ice crystals slowly cresting over the sockets where your eyes perceive the world around you. And
Oh, great.
you are frozen solid. You begin to descend into darkness, feeling like hundreds to thousands to, well, millions of shattered pieces descending deep into the dark, unknown depths below. But you start to make things out around you. Again, these weird flesh-colored walls, these squishy, like lubricated, like walls that are ever dripping with this horrendous, like the smell burns your nose to the touch. And you find yourself face first, like half of your body in this like dark, colorless liquid. You pull yourself ashore, and while you can't make anything out around you, you can make out one thing, and that is a familiar melted caramel hand, with the tattered robes of a Candian politician.
Maple?
You're melted. This is no. You're melted. This hand doesn't get to talk to me.
It's not just the hand; it's the whole person. He just looks.
Oh
like,
shit!
you
Wait
see-
a minute. What?
You see that
Maple!
it's Jamal is there. You see that his body has started to melt, and like pieces of him have begun to like fall away. But you are face to face with Primogen Jamal Twixit.
Hi!
You're alive.
Well, no, not really.
So I'm dead.
Also, no. Come take a little bit of a walk with me, yes?
I'm getting massive Harry Potter like dying and going to King's Cross Station vibes right now, and I'm not here for this.
I hated that scene. I hated it.
I stroll up to burnt crispy Twix man.
So this place that we're in right now is kind of like an in-between. You see, I was on the case of the Sugar Plum Fairy and what she was doing. You see, she wasn't a god at all, actually. She was just a very powerful entity. She created this place to stop the natural circle of life, if you understand what I'm saying.
Frankly, no, I do not.
Okay, so let me put it to you like this. The bold and the hungry ones are not particularly good or evil, if that makes sense to you. Are you following so far?
Yes, gods are backstabbing little shits. This I've experienced firsthand.
Yes, so, well, the Sugar Plum Fairy wasn't a god, but just follow.
The bulb turned its back on me. That is a god.
They're more forces than gods, but sure. Regardless, the Sugar Plum Fairy made this place to stop the natural circle of life. When Candians die, we go to the hungry ones, and then the bulb makes more of us, and it's just like a nice circle. So we're kind of like in the middle, and we shouldn't be.
So, let me understand this. So there's a big giant circle of life, right?
Yes.
And basically, instead of being in the circle, we're in the middle of it instead of in the circle. Like how they taught me in little Candia science school with the pictures.
Exactly. Just reading something. Hold on. Okay. All right. I thought that was important. So, okay. Exactly, Maple. Here, I have something for you, and I reach into my little pocket and I pull out. Sully, what was it? It was beans or something? Like, what was it? Jelly beans?
He pulls out what look to be these like eggs. They're like these like Easter, like with the foil eggs.
Do they look like the dragon egg that I broke before?
Not really. One of them seems to be, Jamal, you may go ahead and explain what these are. But one of them is comprised solely of light. The foil of it seems to be incredibly bright and nurturing of it's like it is a literally walking beacon of light. The second one is one of deep red, like a dark, almost like it seems to be like a what's a night deep red color. What's a deep red color? Crimson. There you go. However, this one seems to suck in the light around it, almost distorting the very nature around it. However, the last one is a very multi-layered, multicolored, foil-wrapped egg or seed that just seems to fluctuate and change the very patterns and colors within this foil with every passing moment.
So, my friend, these 3 eggs are going to decide the future of not only Candia, but the entire Concord. Pick one.
Grunt.
And before you do, can you call me the Great and Wise Jamal one more time? I've been really missing that.
I was literally about to say that, and you cut me off, you little fucking bitch. Anyway. Great and Wise Jamal. You, of all people, should understand why I cannot simply just pick an egg when those consequences loom in the air. What do these eggs even do?
They decide the future of Candia and the Concord. Pick one.
You would know this, so I'll go ahead and explain it.
Okay.
They're the three seeds, if you will. Do just as Jamal said. They will determine how this ends. The seed of light will bring a new age of the bulb, in which the bulb will be supreme. The crimson cinnamon one that seems to swallow the light will bring an age in which the hungry one reigns, in which it will become all powerful. However, the third multicolored, multi-layered seed will bring about an age of change. It is by far the most unpredictable. For what may happen is not known to the ancients, nor those who have any sort of ability of any kind of magical foresight. It truly would be the age of change, whatever that may be.
So with that knowledge, your choice.
Well, I have experienced firsthand what happens when the bulb runs supreme. Not good things. Frankly, I don't know about the hungry one, but Altazar, His Majesty Altazar, seems to have great regrets over his dealings with this being. Frankly, this one is also just very cool looking, so I'm going to pick the third egg.
I hand it to him and I put it in his syrupy hand, and I get just enough so that way I take a little bit of his syrup off and like drop it on the ground and like clean it.
So I took the rainbow egg. I took the disco egg. That's what we're calling it from henceforth.
All right. You may add to your inventory the seed of change.
Okay, I don't like the way that you're saying add it to your inventory. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. The seed of change.
And with that, you see appearing around you, almost from the darkness, a whole bunch of Candians that you've both met and haven't met. You see the four sisters of Altazar. You see various Candians that were with you during. You see Lord and Lady Swirly, who were in your convoy when you went to Kamada in session 1. You see a whole bunch of of Candians that begin to surround you, all with one thing in common, that they have at some point perished along your journey. And one by one, they give you kind of like a nod and a smile, and they begin to walk off. Where that dark tunnel, that tunnel leading into the darkness, was just kind of like an endless loop, is now what looks to be a tunnel that leads to a very bright light. They all begin to give you nods, Maple. You see that you feel a hand on your shoulder as a melted with one of his horns broken King Altazar walks next to you, gives you a shake up, shakes your hand, gives you a heavy nod, walks off into the light, and then they begin to walk away. Altazar stands next to you, Jamal, gives you one last, "It's time," and he walks off into the light.
I'll be right there! I gotta make sure that I got the history lessons and everything properly prepared first. Kind of pulls out a ripped sheet of candy paper, looks at it, he's like, fuck that, and just goes off into the light. Bye, Mabel.
Maple is both very is. How do I describe his emotional state right now? So Maple just decided the course of the future. So he's very shook. He's seen a bunch of people that he has mourned already, and they're just there now, and they walk into the light, and from what the great and wise Jamal has just told me, they were basically stuck here, and now they're actually going to the next step in the life cycle, I think. So Maple's just experiencing a whole lot right now. He can't even process a bye Jamal. He's just kind of staring like he's holding this egg, and he's just staring after everybody. Like he's very much just, what is going on? What have I done? What have I caused?
And you had a dragon.
And with that, Maple, in your state of confusion and slight anticipation of what's to come, that whole area around you begins to like a large puzzle, pieces begin to break away, fall away. This chamber that was this weird meaty chamber begins to break away as bright, brilliant light begins to fill the empty spaces one by one. As everybody disappears, you are returned to nothing but light. And then your eyes open, and you are on your back next to where you had fallen, like where you had frozen over entirely. The ice has all but fallen away, but your bright yellow hue has taken on a much different syrupy color. A much kind of more rich caramel color. One that is darker, one that is less. It is not as black. It's not black tar. It's not like a bright yellow. It is a nice
amber.
Nice amber, nice middle ground. But you feel the strings of the Sugar Plum Fairy are gone from you. And as you come to consciousness, you put your hand down to like steady your balance as a burning sensation kind of hits the tip of your fingertips. You look down, and your axes have now totally crusted over with that icy, magical cotton candy Slurpee juice liquid, and they begin to glow a bright blue. Your axes have now become magical, and as so, they will need a name, and I will send you what your magical item is momentarily.
Do I get to name them, or are they pre-named?
You get to name them.
Oh, epic!
You are now equipped with this tiny dragon here, and the rest of the chambers of the Sugar Plum Fairy is up to you guys. You haven't explored any of it other than this main chamber. So essentially, like what Saccharina was here for, you guys haven't found.
What happened to Saccharina again? She got yeeted, right?
She seemed to have like ran or something. Like while you guys were like taking on the Sugar Plum Fairy, she was like, "Oh, you got this," and like left.
Can I have a quick scene with Nordanya?
Absolutely.
Hey guys, I have to go. My brothers need to go to sleep. So if we're just looting, just save some for Vargas, please.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Not a problem.
I'm not down.
So
Night.
Nerdanya and Shara, you are alone on this little Oreo cookie here floating in the abyss.
Can I take a piece from it and eat it?
Sure. It's a little bit. It's kind of like it's like this is kind of like candy and stone, so it doesn't taste good, and it definitely like hurts your
Nerdanya
teeth.
just looks at Shara. She's like, "This is awful."
Shara actually at the same time he's on his back with his arms stretched out like he's doing like a snowman, but there's no stone, and he's just looking at you. He grabs a piece and just starts chewing on it too.
Did you mean a snow angel? How the
Snow
fuck are you
angel.
a snowman?
Snow angel, my bad. And he's just gonna go,
Nardonia, have you ever wanted to have kids?
Nerdania's face is grimace. She's like very shocked that you would ever ask her that. She's like, well, I mean, I've thought about it, but have you seen horse dick? It's huge. I am much too scared for that.
That's kind of understandable.
Like, like he's like honestly having like a heart to heart with Nordania. He's just like,
I never wanted kids, but seeing that my life has been right now kind of a clusterfuck.
If you are making a move on me, it is not working.
Nardonia, if horse dick is weird, I really don't want to see what female horses have. No offense. You know, I don't think it would work between us, in all honesty. You're not offended, are you?
Is this whole conversation just to say you will not have sex with me?
No, Nardonia, I'm trying. It's. It's. I'm just saying. You see the shit that's going on in this world? I'm just asking her, what are we doing?
I mean,
Every turn we get kicked down a drain. We literally just fought a god. Or an entity or whatever that was.
but that is just how life goes. I mean, if it is not a real life god or demon that someone is fighting, it is their own personal demon inside their own head. That is just life, and we must live it. I mean, you, I suppose, do not have to, but it is better when you have people in your life, and I would
Nardonia.
prefer to have you.
I'm 17, Nardonia.
Keep forgetting that we're kids. That he's a kid.
I was expecting to be making money off of a princess that is my best friend. And he like sits up very sharply and he takes a deep inhale. I don't even know where she is.
Then you must live for her. That is the next task. We shall go and we shall find the princess.
And if she's and if she, and like he's trying to say something, but like this is the first time you've ever seen Shara unable to say something.
If she is anything, then we will get through it because we are a party now. That is what we do.
I guess. And like he looks up and you see Maple melting and he just goes, "The fuck? The fuck is that? What?"
Is a petite booger supposed to look like this? Is this like a motherhood thing?
Give me a minute. And he sits up, he takes out a notebook, and he starts writing down the runes on the magical circle. Like he's trying to make a good record of like what he's seen, so he could probably replicate it.
Okay. While you do that, you guys see that all around you, like you haven't really noticed because there was a flying deity coming after you this whole time. The entire ceiling has been frozen over, but it's like looking into the night star-filled sky. Lights, brilliant lights all over, like speckles of stars all over. But one by one, they begin to go out. Slowly, like, encasing this room in darkness.
I cannot see! I do not have dark vision!
The magic of the room, like, the platform isn't, like, falling or anything, and this hole is still, like, it's the hole is no longer there, but, like, this giant pool of, like, water and mist is still there. But the hole is no longer there. But, yeah, it's just one by one these lights start going out.
Can I roll detect magic to see what
the hell is going on in here? Like, I never had an opportunity before. Like, can I sense anything?
Sure, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Yeah, and also I'm using the detect magic spell on the stone in front of me. Arcana. That is a D20 plus 6. 16.
16. Here's what you get. The lights that are surrounding this whole area, they're not lights. You kind of you can pierce that kind of like magical barrier that whatever that entails, to kind of decipher what these are. These are like memories. These are locked away memories from, like, none of these are like your own per se. Like, none of these are yours, but these are the memories of others. And as you look around, you start to see memories of like, specific. Okay, with a 16, like you see a memory of like a young Jamal Twixit who breaks into like like a Sakrosi monastery, and he steals this like old ancient tome in which he uses to summon the Sugar Plum Fairy, who she basically grants him 3 wishes, but she ends up tricking him into servitude. And then there's a whole bunch of like memories like along his lifeline of him trying to figure out a way to kind of like get back at her, like a way for him to trap her instead of him being in servitude for however long she needs him. You see memories of Altazar when he had like before the war, but with him talking to a young King Jaden, who's like this scraggly guy who like the crown's too big for his head. All of his sisters are like yelling and like in this big argument about how they need to go to war, and he's like, we can't risk going to war. Like, I don't want to ruin Candia's reputation, and Altazar calling him a coward. And then Jaden offering him the crown, and etc. There's a whole bunch of memories, but again, all of these memories have one thing in common, and that is that these are all deceased Candians. Somehow, the Sugar Plum Fairy had trapped not just the souls of these dead Candians in this sick illusion of an afterlife, but she had trapped their like life essence and their memories in this place. And now that she's gone, there's nothing tethering them here.
I'm going to have to be quick on this then. I would like to cast Detect Thoughts, and I'm going for the arch sister mage.
Lazuli?
Yeah, I'm going for Lazuli. I'm trying to find Lazuli. I'm casting Detect Thoughts, so like I can see if the thoughts do pop up from the sounds of it, and I'm looking for Lazuli.
You see a couple. I mean, you managed to pick up a couple of Lazuli's memories. One memory that kind of sticks out is the day that Lazuli met. Like, 'cause most of these are like cherished memories. They're not just random memories. One of Lazuli's most cherished memories is her, and you see that it's her and Queen Caramelinda's wedding day.
They were married?
They were married, and then they were forced apart, and Caramelinda had to marry Altazar as part of a royal family wedding. And
Was
so
it public?
it was public, and while apparently Lazuli didn't harbor any ill feelings, it never left her that she had to watch like her brother be married to her lover. You see, one of her cherished memories is the day that she was able to finally graduate Nerdanya into being like a full-on captain of the guard.
Aww.
Any secrets? Anything of like things that could help us end the war? Power, anything like that?
Interesting. And that would be the person you would look for. You see that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, as if like Lazuli didn't know herself, not like she didn't fully understand herself. But you see memories of ancient Candian dragons, like cinnamon dragons that waged war on behalf of Candia. And while what their purpose or where they went is completely up in the air and in the dark, Maple has one around his neck, so it seems right now.
Sully, question. Shara at this point, he's officially like being like, we have something, we have a lead here. So what he's going to do is he's going to start playing connect the dots as quickly as possible. So he's gonna find the memory of, all right, this is a dragon. Like this person knew about a dragon. Who else knew about a dragon from this memory? And then he's just gonna start connecting the dots till the trail runs out to a location, a possible location of more eggs or more dragons.
You so first off, combing through all these memories, there's very little to no memories of betrayal. So first off, you're living in an age where betrayal seems like a completely new concept to Candians. Not in the sense that they don't understand it, but like it seems that Candians have been loyal to each other for as long as these people can understand, and you're quite literally living in the era where it's been flourishing like a wildfire. But you do see memories of only sacrifice and tragedy and chaos.
No, I'm looking for the trail of dragons, not betrayal. Trail of dragons.
Got it. I guess.
So I'm like connecting the dots. Be like, all right, she knew about dragons. Who did she tell? All right, can I find that person? Did that person hide a dragon? Did that person put a dragon somewhere? Or is there like a trail here to find out, like, is there more of these dragons that we could use to our benefit?
You do see memories of eras of like of these dragons as if it was some sort of uniform, but it does seem like the dragons have kind of stopped at some point. Like they've like you actually see that there was supposed to be an order that was supposed to protect like the existence and the of stuff like that, which was the Order of the Hungry Depths, which, if you recall, was Bonathan's order, his monk order. But even Bonathan was only like one of like 10 remaining monks. Like their order seemed to have like ceased to exist at some point. And on the path of Bonathan, you stumble on this weird like Matryoshka doll of memories when it comes to Bonathan, as if Bonathan has lived many lives. You get and because of you're a smart guy, Bonathan lives a life of simple reincarnation over and over and over again. Bonathan never truly dies. When he dies, at some point he is reborn as another person, in which they are like the members of the monk order are supposed to find and then basically nourish him to serve the order continuously. But it was supposed to be that apparently his order was those people that were supposed to ride these dragons into battle and raise them and nurture them as if they knew what they were doing. But their order ended, and so it seems so did the dragons.
Okay. It's fascinating, but nothing that shares thoughts on it. Good history.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of cherished memories as far as information goes. It's just a lot of personal memories. It's more in the sense of like these memories represent people's humanity, and less about like what their work or jobs entailed. These are like memories of loved ones and things like that, and things that they truly cherished about being alive. And that's what was being captured and held in this place.
Is my uncle here?
Calroy is here.
Shara is going to look up a memory to see if his uncle ever really loved him.
Unfortunately, the only memory that seems to be here with Calroy is an entire, almost like frame by frame replay of when Calroy murdered King Altazar.
Good old uncle. And Shara's just gonna end it and let them go.
They begin to drift off, and slowly but surely, the only thing that begins to illuminate the rest of this room is the ever so gentle glow of the mist in this middle of this pool. And as you guys kind of make your way towards back to the pathway, you see that emerging from the a deeper tunnel, like a staircase that leads down, is Saccharina and her posse. She approaches. You see that she arrives at the top, and she looks around, kind of like gives you guys she's acknowledged that you guys have seemingly won, and she just goes, right. Well,
I'm ignoring her and I'm walking directly past her to the exit. Like as she starts to talk, I'm not even looking at her. I just keep walking.
All right.
I'm not sure if anyone else follows my. Like that's what Cher's doing. Cher's not stopping to talk to her.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Like you've been on this huge like memory trip. I don't even know what I've been doing. Like, part of me is like, all right, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on here. But the other part of me is like, there's a baby, and it was on me, and then I froze over. Please God, tell me it's okay.
It honestly, when you came to and you were like laying on the ground, it was like sitting next to your head, kind of like nudging you with its nose.
Oh, thank God.
It's still like shaking. It is still like visibly like shaking and cold, but it is it seems to like through all of that, and its flame is like about to go out. But like it seems through all of that, it was just like giving you like that weird like Bambi treatment.
Oh.
Do you remember when Bambi's mom
still
died?
nearby?
It was just like
no, I
next to you and,
don't.
like,
I don't.
nudging
I
him
don't
with the
remember
nose.
that, and frankly, I think that's super sad, and I don't want to remember it. But words. Do I still have my torch?
Your torch has burned out.
Can I light another torch?
Absolutely.
Cool. I do that, and I warm up this dragon until we can get out of this damned ice cave mountain region.
Yeah, Cher's leaving, and he's gonna like when we were alone before Saccharina shows up, he's like, all right, time to go.
So my axe is burned, but like, can I actually hold them without them like?
Yeah, it's just the blades. Like the blades have been like encrusted over into like axes made of pure like magical ice.
Gotcha. All right. I guess I'll just sheath those bad boys and see. There's the part of Maple that's like knows that those goons were running around ransacking the place, but like this place is kind of important to my creation. I should like explore some. So I just like to like loot the place pretty much.
Okay. There's a lot of like this isn't really an armory in the sense of like items and weapons, but it is definitely a vast temple of knowledge. There's definitely like eons of knowledge here.
Wait,
is there anything that can help me, like a How to Train Your Dragon manual?
It's actually a movie. I'll say go. Give me an investigation check.
Is this in the general area?
No. So like I said, you guys didn't explore the rest of the temple. You just left. There are like a couple of other chambers that are in this temple. One of which was the one that Saccharina had come out of.
17.
17. You find like kind of looking through it. You actually don't find it like on the shelf or anything. You find it like following Saccharina. From her bag, you see that she has like collected a bunch of documents and like old dusty tomes and like frozen memoirs and stuff. One of them does talk about a legion of monks that used to ride dragons into battle, and that were like these like, and they had secluded themselves in the mountains and stuff so that like they weren't in harm's way and stuff, literally protecting the secrets of Candia. You find that the dragons are like off breeds. They're like they are a piece of the hungry one. And by the way, what the monks like? That's who they follow. By the way, they follow the hungry one. These dragons are like a piece of the hungry one in the sense that they devour, like, in order to them to grow and to become stronger, they devour they devour the light. So those of the bulb.
Well, I'm going on a holy crusade anyway, so I mean, I guess you could call it an unholy crusade to unfuck the crusade. So this dragon will probably have a lot of food.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I would love to see the deets on my axes, because I would very much like to name them.
Heard. So anyway, as you guys are exiting the temple, you see that a like caravan has been outside since the doors have shut, and a whole bunch of like Saccharina's marauders have like arrived in like this big like a big like caravan of wagons. And they begin to like load some of the stuff that they found into the wagons. And she turns and she goes, "All right, come on. Otherwise, we're not gonna make it to Castle Manylix."
I'm sorry. Did you just say we're
What?
going to the castle?
Yes. As I stated before, the reason we were here was so that we could get an upper hand on those on the invaders. As it says, I've sent scouts and messengers over to Castle Manylix in hopes that we can gain the aid of Joran Jawbreaker, and he has invited us for a not so formal but official coronation, so that we may begin our war council, so that we may, for the first time in what feels like years, truly strike back.
Okay, so wait. I'm trying to understand something real quick. So we're going to the castle, not the capital castle, but like
Castle,
We're going to
Is
Jordan's
castle.
castle.
Castle Manylix is the castle of House Jawbreaker.
exactly.
You
but
guys are from Castle Candy.
isn't okay. Isn't that under Imperial control right now?
It
Like
is-
they were
it
gonna
is-
execute Joran Jawbreaker.
That was just like on one of the cities in the outskirts of the castle. The castle itself, like that whole land, hasn't been touched. They haven't been.
What? How the fuck did they get Joran then?
Because Jorn wasn't in the castle when he was captured.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we rescued Jordan, didn't we?
Correct,
Yeah.
But when Jordan was initially captured, when he was under execution, he was in the town trying to combat the invading forces. Unfortunately, they lost, and so he was like captured and put under terms for execution. But ever since you guys rescued him, Saccharina had put together a caravan and like an escort, so that he could go back to Manylix and like establish a defense, like a defensive stance. So now that he's done that, she has her own caravan and stuff, and is saying like, "Let's go. We're going to Castle Manylix so that we can initiate this counterattack on the people who are invading Candia."
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand now. All right.
Share
Follow
what-
up.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Maple. Sorry.
Follow up question, because I forgot to ask this earlier, and it seems very important to ask. What happened to the egg/seed after I respawned, basically?
The egg, like the eggshell.
No, like the seed of change.
Oh,
Do I have that? Like, is
you
it a
have
physical
it.
thing that
No,
I
it is
own?
a physical thing that you were holding.
Has anybody else seen it but me?
Unless you showed them.
I'm not gonna show them because I don't vibe with that. That's scary. I don't want people to know that I just decided the fate of the world. But I wanted to confirm that it was a physical item and not just a thing attached to my spirit.
No, that
God,
it is
now I gotta
very
worry
real-
about it getting stolen.
This is a very real object.
Thank God Rex isn't in this campaign, because Rex would
Yeah.
definitely try and
Yeah.
pick my pockets.
Yep. I don't know about you. No words. Last cart. Sitting in the last cart.
I don't know about you, but kinda still frozen arms, kinda.
Your arms are no longer frozen. They've thawed
I know,
out.
I know. I'm being dramatic.
It was like a weird like butterfly cocoon.
I'm gonna just get in the cart. Just
Yeah, I'm just gonna
preferably
get in the
one
cart.
that doesn't have Saccharina in it,
Yeah,
or the
same.
crazy midget man,
The
stabby
least
stab
amount of
gingerbread
people.
man.
The least amount of people, I'm getting into that cart.
I'm honestly just gonna get in the same cart as Sharon. I'm just like, no, I don't. I ain't vibing
yeah.
with people right now.
Yeah, I'm not vibing with Saccharina, man.
Frankly, there's a part of me that's like, fuck Saccharina. Like, I guess technically, oh, that reminds me. Whatever happened to Carmelinda?
She's probably at Jawbreaker's place.
Okay.
If not, we're killing Saccharina straight up.
Exactly.
That's not even like a question. Saccharina's
I don't even know who I'm like loyal to at this point. Is it Queen Carmelinda? Is it Joran Jawbreaker? It's definitely not Saccharina. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know who's the true. I'm very confused on this royal lineage stuff. I get that
Carmelinda.
Joran is the king, but I'm confused about who I'm supposed to be following right now. Cause why am I listening to Saccharina? Joran is more in line than Saccharina. So why is Saccharina acting like head honcho bitch?
Saccharina is.
She has people.
Saccharina is actually in line for the throne because she is the blood daughter of King Altazar. In succession, if the king dies, it goes to his kid, not his brother.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I thought
in all
if
honesty,
the kid's not ready for the throne, it goes to the brother.
Well, basically,
in bigger army diplomacy,
you have to be of age. You basically have to be deemed unworthy by the king for it to not go to you. But if you're of age and you were not deemed unworthy, the crown goes to you whether you like it or not.
Gotcha. Okay, fine. So it's bastard child is technically king, but are they going to be recognized?
And also, you're only king.
Who cares?
You're only in charge if other people think you're in charge, and if an assassin,
cough cough, our party decides, you know what? Fuck you, you're dead.
Yeah, then it goes to Joran.
Yeah, it goes to Joran. So, Shara's not
Yes,
acting
then it
like
would go to Joran. Yes.
All right, I'm just checking. Not that I'm gonna actively attack Saccharina just yet, but like,
yeah,
she has personally not given a fuck about our safety like
Yeah,
5
yeah.
times. So,
and she keeps using the BS like, oh, I have my own things to do. Saccharina, you could at least given us like 2 of your guys.
you know,
I
our
will-
things are just as important as your things.
Our things
And
are the
our things
distractions.
kind of allow you to do your things. So
Yeah.
maybe you should give a shit about our things.
Yep. But
Shara isn't gonna say that until she does. She's just like, all right, now you have to listen to me. I'm like, bitch, no.
Yeah, Maple, especially after just the goons raided the temple. Maple
Mhm.
is very just, like, not anti-Saccharina, but like, Saccharina isn't my boss right now. Like, I'm my boss. Saccharina's just. How do I explain this? And without, I'm gonna have to kind of world break a little bit, but like, she's the quest giver, so yeah, technically she's in charge of like what I do and where I go, but like, I'm the one doing it, and I'm doing it for me.
Maple, I'm gonna be honest with you, breaking character right now. I am so close as a player, basically be like, I'm not getting in that fucking cart. Fuck you. I walk my way down the mountain.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that, but also like I took half of my HP in cold damage.
Yeah, same.
So...
That's why
So-
Shara needs to rest up. But as soon as he gets to a town, Shara's be like, I'm getting my own fucking horse. I'm making my own way to fucking Jawbreaker's place, and I don't want to talk to you again. Fuck off.
Yeah, our party is gonna, like, the second we get to town and we're rested, we're just gonna, like, yo, it was fun and all, but, like, fuck
No, it wasn't.
you.
No, it wasn't.
And then we're gonna go to Jordan.
No,
And
it
then
wasn't.
Jordan is gonna be like, no, she's in charge. And then we're gonna be, nope, you're in charge.
You're in charge. I won't listen to her. Straight up.
Listen. If I don't even care if it comes from her, but comes from you. It's just gotta come from you.
Yep. But we should probably get back to the game.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, well, here's what I need to know. Are you guys getting into the carriages with them so that they, like, to go to Castle Manylicks?
Yes.
The first town I see, I'm probably gonna enact my plan to
I'm
get a
staying
horse.
until I'm rested. Until I've had a
I'm
long rest.
staying until I'm like good to go on my own.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I am actively ignoring Saccharina and her men. If they talk to me, I'm ignoring them. If they offer me food, I'm ignoring them. Like I'm straight up like blocking the shit out of them.
I love how we kind of, like, haven't broken the rails of this campaign yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's given us very clear places to go, and at no point have we just been like, no. Like,
I'm getting to that point.
Right now, we could easily just say fuck Saccharina, and, I mean, we'd still probably end up at Joran's, because, like, what the fuck else are we gonna do? Minus try and take back Castle Candy by ourselves and die.
Honestly, I have contacts. We could do that.
Totally separate from Saccharina, and then if, like, some fucking shit's about to go down, like an Imperial ambush, we're just not there for it. And she dies. Like, just imagine. Just imagine.
She's given us no reason to. She's given us nothing but shit and headache. The opportunities that she's given us, she has directly benefited from. If we have not been in this situation, she would have lost men trying to get Jordan out. Jordan would have probably fucking died.
That is true.
She would have probably gotten murdered by the deity, straight up. But she's given us nothing to be like, hey, we're on the same side here. She's just been like, yeah, do what I fucking say. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, this is what Shara's gonna do. Shara, like, halfway through, he's going to start pointing to Maple and Gordania, and he's casting the message spell. You can reply to him. He can reply to you. Like, you can't start it, but he'll just be communicating with you. Like, he's expressing this.
Yeah.
All right. It takes you a few days to get there, but eventually you guys do arrive at Castle Manylicks. In which Joran Jawbreaker is already there, seemingly setting up a coronation ceremony for Saccharina. Unfortunately, like, he can't just do it, so you guys do have a little, not a whole lot, but you got like another few days while you're there, of like some downtime, because during that time, some of the, so first off, they need somebody of the Bulbian, like, path to like be be the minister to like make sure that it's legal, but they also need a non-Candian witness.
Wait, pause. Sully, sorry to interrupt you. And this is genuine, like Shara, like, is Shara, is someone telling Shara this?
Yeah, like, so, I don't know if you caught it, but Saccharina said on the way here, like, when she was like, she said we were going to Castle Manylicks for the coronation.
I'm going to request a meeting with Caramelinda and Jawbreaker without Saccharina.
Okay. Simple enough.
Yeah, sorry if I'm off-railing your discussion, but this is a genuine conversation that needs to happen. So Shara enters the room and he just looks around. He's wearing traveler's clothes, regular person's clothes, no longer in this very clean-cut suit. And he looks at both of them and he just says, "I ask, why are we coronating Saccharina?"
You see that Kara Malinica says, well, as much as I disagree with it, she is the rightful princess, and unfortunately, no one's going to listen to us if we don't have a true heir on the throne. You see that Jawbreaker goes, yeah, I don't know. I was just doing what she said. Like,
My queen. My queen.
I am not the queen, Shara.
You are the queen. Saccharina cares not for herself. I would have probably, at this point in time, if I haven't told her yet, I will describe to her what we saw. Everything that we saw, including the sugar, like gods are real, like straight up gods are real. Eldritch abominations are real. That means the Hungry One is real, and that means why are we bothering with this? That means the bulb is probably like real and probably like horrific too. Like at this point, the legal system is out the window, my queen. Our enemies declared war on us in the name of the church. You think having a Balbian official here will dissuade them from their crusade? Our enemies actively killed royalty. You think having another heir will change anything?
No, Shara, I don't. What I do believe, though, is that Holy Vegetania, Ceresia, those two coming to my mind instantly, have done Candia a very great disservice. I think that what they've done is wrong on levels that I cannot describe. And as much as I love Candia and its people, its denizens who dwell within it, I am powerless. They will not listen to me, for I have been branded a false queen, and I have been branded fake and whatever else.
By Saccharina.
She says, no, not by Saccharina, by a one Elizabeth Brassica. And in this moment, in this tide of the war, Elizabeth Brassica is the most powerful woman in all of Calorum. So, if we are to survive, if we are to stand a chance, Shara, we let Saccharina have her little princess fairy tale forever, as long as this whole thing goes on. Because that is the only way we stand a chance in all of this.
My queen, what do you wish for me to call you?
Caramelinda's fine, I suppose.
Caramelinda. That woman, in name, may be queen, but if I so much hesitate, if I so much hear of another suicide mission set aside for Nordania,
For you, for anyone else I love, I will slit her throat and wear her shadow, and you will never know the difference. Trust me, I understand. I can't talk treason to someone that isn't queen yet, can I?
No, I suppose you can't. Now
I
then,
express this to both of you. Now let's get this shit show on the road, Caramelinda.
agreed. Do promise to play nice, at least for now.
No, I will not. I will speak my mind. If she wants to have me killed, I will kill her men, everyone in front of me, and then we'll deal it from there.
Just remember, Patchley, as of now, we need her.
Yes, Lady Caramelinda.
And when this is all over, we will shape this Bulbian church as we see fit.
Caramelinda, that's a conversation for another day. my recommendation is that we burn the church, but then again, I'm not nobility, am I?
Patchley, you've done more than any noble has in this entire span of a few weeks.
Good. A noble title would be excellent for what I'm about to walk into.
Then the future queen and I shall have words. You've done more than earn your place.
Yeah. I wonder how well that's going to go for her. And like Cher just starts walking outside and like, I wonder if she'll make me the Lord of Shithouses. That sounds fun.
um. Yeah. So you in the midst of you like this like couple of days that is just incredibly like tense and like you're like working with somebody you deem your enemy. It's a weird time. Um, you
I'm
see,
not interacting with her. I'm not talking to her.
um, oh, that's fine. You see that not a fleet, but like a escort from the Dairy Isles arrives.
Oh.
As Duchess Primsy Coldbottle, Annabelle Cheddar, arrive to be the witnesses for the coronation. Spiria Mentha, which is the wife of Joran Jawbreaker. She is a priestess of the Bulbian Church, but like though she's been sworn in as the Bulbian Church, she's like she follows like the very old sweetening pathways, which is like it's like before the Bulbian Church was so mainstream and stuff. She's like old texts and stuff. But yeah, like the fact that Spiria is ordained in the Bulbian Church, she's just like, yeah, like I'll sign my name on this, whatever. We saw it, it happened, it's legal. Yeah, but like you see that as they arrive, there is a kind of it doesn't like have a flag on it. It's not nearly as protected, but there is another caravan that arrives that is a pretty beaten up Martha J. Edding, and he's with this other like a couple of renegade tart guards, like those who have been stripped of rank, and with them is one is Tammy Shara.
No way. No. Shara is just going to. Oh fuck. Shara's gonna. Oh, Nordania. Is Nordania nearby?
Everybody's kind of in the hall. Like it's like the middle of the coronation. Like it's not a super formal event, but like you know, you kind of all have to be there as witnesses, as Candian witnesses. But you also need like the witnesses of like other nations to be there. Specifically, one.
I'm for sure that guy was wearing like her full military suit with like all her medals.
Yeah. Shara is just gonna be like, Nordania.
Oui?
And he's going to put his face into like the side of you, like he's taking a breath, and he's just going to like cry. You're gonna feel tears on the side of your hide.
Remove yourself! I washed just this morning.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm good.
This is
I'm
fine.
good. Good to go. Yeah, you see that Primsy approaches Saccharina. She's just like, Your Majesty, Queen Saccharina. It is a pleasure and an honor to swear to you in as the new Queen of Candia. And as the Duchess of the Dairy Isles, can I just say that it is a delight to see something of a cousin on the throne of Candia. And they begin to exchange pleasantries. You see that Primsy goes over to you, Shara. And she says, she goes, Lord Patchley, hello. You look rather charming in your new clothes.
Young love.
Jared, do you say anything?
Are you dead? Are you just dead inside? Did we lose him?
I think we
I
might
feel
have
like we
lost
lost him. I think we lost him. Oh no. There he goes! I think you just embarrassed him out of the call. Kappa.
Kappa.
I'm back.
Heard. What
Oh, you
what
bet.
was the last thing you heard?
You look rather dashing.
Yep, that was it. Yeah, that was the last thing.
Huh?
She said you look rather dashing in your new clothes.
As she's walking up, he looks up. He just says to Nordanya, "Oh, what is happening to me?" And he like, kind of like wipes his tears, and he's like, you look beautiful, Primsy."
She gives you like a curtsy. She goes, "Oh, thank you. Do you happen to still have my favor from the tourney?"
Of course,
She
of
goes,
course.
She goes, "Oh, well, I mean, it's nothing. It's just good to see you. You know, Annabelle and Sir Morris were mentioning that seeing as my previous husband was shot in the head and drowned in the bottom of the sea.
Out of that!
You know that
I would be happy to.
what?
I would be happy to.
Oh, well, I mean, I would settle for a political marriage with you know someone who from you know another country who might you know probably not a prince or anything but maybe like a you know like an earl or maybe a count or a lord is fine. But like you know if you
Primsy, if you would have me, I would happily throw my hat into the ring.
oh
If not, forgive me for making this mistake. It won't happen again.
you see that she just goes, delighted to hear it. Okay, bye. And she like turns around, and you see that you see that Annabelle was just sitting in the corner, like next to like Martha J. Edding and like some of the other like Dairy Island like seamen, and her face is just so like she couldn't face palm any harder because her hand would be through her head. Like she's like Jesus.
Uh, it, if Annabelle Cheddar is looking, she sees that Shara turns and he turns over to Nordanya. He's just like, "What did I?" Like he's whispering, "What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?"
You see that Annabelle like puts her hands on Primsy's shoulder, turns her back around, pushes her back towards you, and this bright red, like if it was like she looks like a cherry, like a strawberry milk, like strawberry milk bottle
Strawberry milk.
of a lady, and she just goes, Lord Patchley, Annabelle says I should ask you if you would like to, you know, hold hands and go for a walk.
I should ask you.
Shara is going to turn to Nordanya, going to turn to Maple and the rest of the crew,
Oh lords.
and he's just gonna like look at them and be like, "I'll be right back," and then he goes for a walk.
Yeah, so the two of you, she holds onto your hands, and the two of you go for a walk around. She is accompanied by some sailors, so you're not, you know, entirely alone.
Thank God, I don't want to get murdered again.
But yeah, so you guys, so you see that you see that Castle Menelix has a lot going on, and a lot of it is rather frightening. So you know, like you being safe, healing, you're researching a bunch of stuff. There's a little bit of downtime here. So probably we should cover is you guys decide on essentially like four things: armies, allies, artifacts, and then like when you're attacking the castle. Because like now you're having your war council. So you guys got so you've gotten some artifacts. You guys have gathered some armies. Basically, the deal is now is that is your attack on Castle Candy, in terms of like, you know, what, like, when do you want to do it? Because
Sully.
yes.
No, continue. Finish your explanation. Sorry.
Yeah, because you'll have the aid of the Dairy Isles during this. You'll have the aid of everybody that Castle Manylix can spare. You have a lot of Nerdania's her royal guard is still around.
Tart.
Not your Tart guard, and not just the Tart guard, but like the Tart guard are like the special unit. The royal guard is just like the guards in general.
Nice. So they're competent.
Yeah, for lack of a better term, but yeah. So you have a couple of those, and then you've got a couple of people that's around Joran's place, around Castle Manylix, that are like, basically like townspeople with pitchforks and spears. But yeah, this is your big thing. So what is you will be leading a siege on the castle. You are definitely expecting to find resistance. But this whole thing ends with who it started with. This ends with Elizabeth Brassica. Whether that is,
man, I was gonna kill her too.
Whether that means as a prisoner of war, and her being tried for her crimes, or her head on a stick.
I had the chance to kill her, and instead I went for the Pontifex at one time. Damn.
Elizabeth Brassica.
Isn't that the daughter of the
grape guy?
Yeah.
No, that's Plumbeline.
Oh,
okay. Brassica is the Pontifex.
Brassica is the Pontifex.
Sorry, I
okay, cool.
Plumbeline.
So I will say this. You guys give me like a group a group espionage check. So this is gonna be
Stealth? Question mark.
Okay, you can use stealth, insight, or perception.
Do I get a bonus for 1, having Tammy back, 2, having my spy network back, and 3, being in Candian lands? I'm at my element here.
100%. Yeah. So you can give me stealth, perception, or insight.
No, either one's kind of doo-doo. A dirty 20.
How's that bad?
Let me check something. You
You
said stealth?
It's stealth, insight, or perception. You're trying to clear a DC 15.
Oh man.
Well, I hit a 21.
Jesus. Alright, insight.
I'm
Can
good
I
at
use
looking.
persuasion?
I'm not good at everything else.
Can I use persuasion?
I'll say yeah. You can use persuasion. Kind of like
Or deception?
Actually, yes. Give me deception, please.
Okay.
You're like spreading lies and falsehoods, and
22.
22, great.
20, 21, 22. I love that.
Nice.
So fortunately, Castle Manylix has 2 artifacts here that are helping you guys out exponentially. One of them is like a crystal pool of milkshake that you guys can gaze into. And the other one is like a swarm of white chocolate ravens that show up and send messages and stuff all over the countryside. So over the course of a couple of weeks, the so-called Witch Queen of Candia, which is Queen Saccharina at this point, sits in her throne atop this tall tower in a pagan castle in North Candia. Castle Manylix. Sending fleets of ravens out and gazing into a pool of milkshake.
This is some fucking. In 1955, Bush took all the birds and turned them into something. The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
You lead a contingent of peppermint spies, Shara, to just assassinate couriers and stuff all across the countryside. You're shooting down other other ravens down out of the sky, other owls and stuff that are out of the sky. You're intercepting supply lines, finding things out there. Nerdania, you've been appointed as the head of the guard, period. Not just the head of House Hershey's guard, of Castle Candy's guard. Jordan has put you in charge of even the Jawbreaker Guard as well. So you're in full empowerment, like you're fully empowered again. So you have all of these kind of tools of like war planning and stuff at your disposal again. You start getting like teleportation grids and stuff back online. And you guys are just fucking ghosts in the night with the help of like your like tactical like knowledge, and then Shara's like stealthy espionage knowledge. Also, because there's a crusade going on, you're still at war, so you guys are not just going to Candia. You're like dipping into Ceresia and Fructera, and that's like with Maple, who's taking a bunch of kind of like skirmishers all across like the borders. You guys arrive, and this is like just like a little scene here, but you guys arrive at a village, like a rather large town in the southern area of like the Great Stand Candy Mountains, towards near where the lowlands start again. Your marauders, Maple, have hit this place, and you know that there's an envoy of the Imperator here. Fires rise from the buildings around you and cause, Crusaders are killed or driven out by everyone that are here, except for the people that were loyal to the Balbian Church. You see that in the night, the fires that are everywhere, doors of the church are opened. You have some of those marauders here, like Maple, and they specifically begin dragging clergymen and Balbian churchmen, like priests and stuff, and throwing them on the ground in front of you. There's dead crusaders all over the place. And one of the priests is being grabbed by the hair by one of your skirmishers, and is brought to his knees, blood coming out of his eyes. And you see that, so John Bon is with you during this, and he just goes, "Produce the letter." You see that he reaches and takes something stamped by the Pontifex out herself and hands it to you, Maple.
I open it and I read it.
Okay. Yeah, you see that as he pulls the letter out, it's got the holy symbol of the bulb. It shows, you see, so first off, as you begin to read it, your dragon, who's like a little bit bigger at this point, on your shoulders, just gives this like snarl, as he like smells the Bulbian energy, like that Bulbian musk coming from the letter. So you do that, you see that, you just begin to read, and it just shows like, it's just like the Pontifex telling, all of these churches like not to house anybody that is, because usually you're allowed to go to these churches and declare sanctuary and stuff. She's hold out saying like, because during this time you've been killing her messengers and stuff. She's pretty much like, if like anybody from Castle Candy or from those lands that comes to your church, show them no sanctuary, show them no hospitality, etc., etc. And like to beware that skirmishers are just fucking up the countryside. Like,
at least she's smart.
To me, this isn't even a smart thing. To me, this is just so now she's turning away the refugees.
Correct.
Some church.
You see that, as you read that, you see that a glow appears over the priest's chest. This kind of like, it starts to kind of like glows through his clothes a little bit. And you see like almost like a dim spotlight. You see that the dragon. Have you named this thing, by the way?
Listen, I was gonna name it after session, and then session kept going, and I was like, well, I guess I haven't named it yet.
Cinnamon. I feel like you.
I
all of
can't
us
just
need,
name it Cinnamon. That's a cop out.
you name a dog Spot, don't you?
Regardless,
especially if it has spots.
Regardless, you see that this dragon's eyes are trained on that spotlight, which is like the priest's heart.
I feel like at this point I would, if this was normal, I would know about what it is. Is this like how he eats?
That's how he eats.
Cinder.
Maple.
Snack
You also
time.
know. You also know. I was about to say. You also know that Cheryl would actively be like, "Please, if you find anybody, bring them back to me. I would like to interrogate them."
You
Cinder,
also know,
snack time.
Yeah, okay. You snack time. You see that he leaps off your shoulder onto the priest, bites out the throat. You see that the other skirmishers and marauders behind you raise their axes and just start beheading other priests and stuff, like right out in front of the church as the cross, the giant like Bulbian cross, just burns into the night. The villagers start screaming, and you hear that one of the marauders just goes, "Leave no one standing."
You stop that this instant!
Are we the bad guys?
No, we're not the bad guys.
These aren't Candians, by the way. You know that, right?
Yep.
I'm aware, but this is
Maple.
not what I'm after.
Maple. They're bulb.
This is not
They
the
are
change
bulb.
that I want to see in the world.
Okay.
They're
The change that
bulbian.
I want to see in the world is those. I want the corruption. I want the corruption displayed to the world, and I want those corrupt punished.
Heard.
Beheading
What?
innocent civilians
They're
is
bulb.
not the change I want to see in the world.
They're bulbian.
Um,
They're not innocent.
They may be Bulbians, but they're not. That's their faith. They're not church
actively
officials.
Turned away civilians.
I love this.
They're not church civilians.
love
They're
this.
churchgoers.
I love
they're
this
not.
argument that's happening right now.
They are
They-
churchgoers.
I feel
They
like
are
this
not
is an
members
actual
of the church.
conversation.
They
I feel
are
like this
not.
is an
They are
actual
not
conversation we
bishops.
had.
Okay.
They are not people. They are not people in a position of power. They are simple people going to pray to a faith, which is fine.
Regardless, this disagreement you two are having will come up later, so like definitely don't forget about it. But I definitely
won't.
move on because we're gonna end the session here pretty soon. But you save the villagers. They turn to you. They just go, aye, and they let them run as the villagers begin to like disappear into the different forests and into the night. The villagers turn to you and look at you as the fire rages around the town. And you see that there is a crackling and a sunder of bone as the dragon has finished devouring this Bulbian priest's heart. And as he does, you see that the dragon has in fact grown larger.
Cool. Let it be known that those who profit off of the backs of others, lie and cheat their way to power, shall come to justice. And at that, I turn and I leave.
Okay. The villagers watch as the fires are extinguished, and the only light left in the dim night of the village is the now glow from behind the dragon's jaws, deep within the bowels of its stomach. Shara, your spy network returns to you with a letter from the Pontifex to Sir Caradin to arrive to Castle Candy to protect her from what feels like an oncoming siege. She says that the meeting will take place at Castle Candy on the 13th of High Harvest. This is right now, so you have a little bit over 2 weeks.
Question.
Yes.
Where's the origin of this letter?
What's up?
Where's the origin of this letter?
The origin of this letter, so it's from the Pontifex. So it's from who just messaged me on Facebook?
Not me.
Who is
Not
this?
me.
Oh, it's somebody from like my old job. The origin of the letter is a so there's no like it doesn't have like a stamp. So I will say this. It doesn't have like a castle stamp on it, which is like when you write a letter in like your castle or your residence and you stamp it, it's like, oh, this is from this castle or whatever. So it looks like it's some sort of like pocket seal, like wax seal. So either she wrote it while she was like on the road somewhere, or somebody else wrote it in the Pontifex's name and they don't have one of those seals.
All right.
You can't trust a letter with no seal.
Yeah, in that case, I have a question.
Yes.
Is due to where we know this was going, and is the messenger still alive? Because I will interrogate him personally, and we can RP that in the next session. But Shara's goal, while they set up the siege for the Pontifex, I want a team so we can go kill Caradin. Caradin cannot get to that castle. If we can move fast enough, can we get rid of Caradin?
Give me I'll say this. Give me a luck check. So
Hang on. I want to reconfirm who Caradin is. Caradin is the paladin, right?
He's the carrot paladin that slew.
All right,
that slew
epic.
Jamal.
I'm gonna murder that guy.
Yeah, that's why Shara is like, we can siege the hell out of the Pontifex, because I don't really want her to die anyway. because martyr, but Carradine, he's getting his head cut the fuck off.
So I was like,
what's a law?
give me an espionage check, whichever one you want.
Espionage would be.
So unfortunately you can't use your deception for this one. This is going to be stealth, perception, or insight.
Ooh.
Can I help?
Yeah, any bonuses?
Yeah, I'll say you can help.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a roll for myself.
Stealth, perception, or insight.
22.
All right. My stealth is. I'm gonna steal somebody's shadow to make this easier.
Okay.
So do I get advantage?
Yeah, you already had advantage because he was helping you.
Okay, cool. So, natural 20.
Nice. You track down, kind of like through the grapevine, using a bunch of your different, your network, who kind of like lead you, breadcrumb you straight to where the suggested path is, that Carradine is supposed to be traveling. Upon arrival, you find yourself in wait, like in the bushes, like ghosts in the night, on the sides of the road as this caravan, very much like episode 1, where you guys were jumped on the Sacrosi Road. Like very much deja vu, on the side of the road, hiding behind fences and bushes, behind trees, crossbows and daggers at the ready. As the caravan passes by, you one by one, killing the driver, throwing him off, pulling people out one by one. As the skirmish ends, Carradine is not there. It seems that you have that what this whole thing was some kind of smoke screen, and who you do end up killing is Commander Grassini.
Oh, I'm not killing him. I'm not killing him.
What? Grassini's a douche.
I'm giving him to Nordania.
Oh, you should not have said that. Oh my God.
Nordania, this is your kill.
Yeah, so you do get Commander Grassini.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been like half listening. I'm very exhausted from work.
No, understandable.
They intercepted a letter from the Pontifex to Carradine in which she's requesting Carradine to be at Castle Candia because there is an impending siege coming. She doesn't know when, but there's a meeting the meeting from the info you got when it was. There wasn't a date. The date has been announced. It is the 13th day of Harvest Dusk, which is 2 weeks from now. She wants Carradine there to protect her because she thinks that A, the people she's meeting with might betray her, and B, that House Hershey is behind some kind of siege.
So what's up with Grassini?
They hunted down the caravan. They were looking for wherever that envoy was. However, Carradine wasn't there. Carradine, it seems that like that kind of caravan was a smoke screen.
Is this caravan being pulled by horses?
They're like meeps. They're like little peeps.
Right. How many? It's
like two per
cool.
carriage.
I'm going to calmly get 3 of them and bring them over and tie each of his limbs to one of them.
Oh!
And then the last one to myself, and I'm going to have us all run in opposite directions and tear him apart.
Oh, you draw and quarter him?
Oh, for sure.
But
the meeps are like covered in blood, and the meeps are like beep beep, like fucking explode.
You got something on your chin. Grassini is drawn and quartered and ripped apart. You just like leave his body in the road for like a warning. You like leave him on posts and stuff as a warning for
sure.
like
but
other invaders.
I break off his hand.
It's like a breadstick.
Yeah,
so you like
exactly. And I proceed to wear it as a necklace.
Nice. So Grassini will not be at the siege.
And then I would like to go to Shara and say, Mr. Shahar, do me a favor and please do send a crow. Grassini will not be there.
As long as you don't tell her about this, okay? None of this. She doesn't hear about this.
About
okay?
what?
Good. And he starts writing the letter.
You guys see, so you guys kind of go back to your war council. a few days in, you get another piece of information as you meet back up at Castle Manylix. Gooey approaches you, Maple, and she goes, there is a rumor that some of the Crusaders have fled to Port Syrup and are awaiting extraction by the church. I'd be happy to go and take care of it if you'd like.
Gooey?
Gooey
Yes.
sounds like a grown man.
I'm
Jeez.
aware of what Gooey sounds like.
Okay.
How long has
Gooey
it been?
is that was Saccharina's right hand man, right?
That's one of Saccharina's men, yes.
But it's like the right hand, like basically second in command, right?
Correct.
Okay. As much as I trust her, I don't trust her men. So, I want to go to be a part of the operation.
Okay. You do that, and Martha Edding, like he offers to go as well instead.
Like I said, I want to personally oversee this, and I want to ensure, especially after the last raid where they were like, kill all the civilians. I gotta ensure that that's not about to happen.
All right.
We have to have.
You arrive in Port Syrup, and sure enough, it is a bunch of like different raced crusaders who like are just at the port waiting for extraction, like by ship and stuff.
Can we have the Dairy Isles block it off to make sure that no ship is coming?
Blockade, baby.
Yeah.
100%. They arrive. Well, they're already there, so like they're waiting for they're like at the port town, like waiting for ships to arrive. But sure, I guess like the Dairy Isles, you dispatch the Dairy Isles, and they take their warships and just begin to sink galleons like in an open sea before they ever arrive at Port Syrup.
Gerald check.
You see that
Gerald,
Annabelle
check.
Annabelle Cheddar actually comes back. Annabelle Cheddar actually like arrives to meet you guys, to take you to Port Syrup, and she aboard her ship has about like 12 different flags of different ships.
Nice.
Someone has a collection.
Someone's been busy.
She goes, right. She goes, right. Ever since the Colby 2.0's been up, running isn't much of an option. So yeah, you get there, and you see that as you get there. By the way, your dragon is about like the size of a horse now. You see that you guys get there, and sure enough, there's a bunch of crusaders there who are like either fresh from battle or who have been crusading, who are all over the place. And the skirmishers and marauders wait for the command.
Is it just Maple?
Lay siege.
Well, Maple.
Lay siege.
Maple's guys are like, they're all marauders and skirmishers. Your guys are like assassins and spies, and then like Nerdania's men are all like tanky knights.
Soldiers.
You say lay siege, they begin to draw these like half-assed like hatchets and like crude axes and stuff, and begin to just chop people down at the root. No pun intended. And it's bad, yeah.
It's bad
Sully.
and it's bloody, but that's the change the world needs.
It's gruesome. It's truly gruesome. Like the blood in the water, like there's blood in like the yogurt water, like the yogurty seas, and it is just like you're watching blood like spread out into open water, like tens of feet.
This is the choice that they made.
Anyone that Maple does not kill, I will have my assassins kill.
Hey!
I'm just letting that order be known.
Hey! Listen, if I don't kill civilians, why you gonna go executing civilians?
It's Maple, you've been there for most of it, but Maple, you have the touch of a goddess. You don't. This shit needs to stop, and it won't stop until most of everyone's gone.
Killing the civilians it makes us as bad as them.
our people are being crusaded.
We'll have this after the session.
I'm gonna.
Anyway, so you guys slaughter the Crusaders. You arrive back at Castle Menelix for one of your final war councils, in which Joran says, "All right, well we can send an army just marching straight south of the mountains. We can send an army to the east to try and take Gundrop Pass, and we can try and make them seem like we're trying to block them in. And we can send one through Port Syrup and try and bolster the ports, whatever you think."
Who's he particularly asking for advice here?
He's not so much giving advice. He's not so much asking for advice so much as like offering his take on the strategy. Like if we can take these 3 points, we'll have an upper leg on like the pushback when the siege inevitably begins.
I'm not familiar with the geography of Candia.
That's why there's a map. But anyway, you say that, and then you see that Primsy, who, by the way, this, like, her whole outfit has changed at this point. She's no longer, like prim and proper in this, like, blue dress and, like, very clean. You see that she's like, donned this kind of, like, armored version of, like, leathers and, like, of just, like lightweight combat gear. And you see that she's very much just like, right, well, I think it's high time that I write to whoever occupies Castle Candy, and say that I, on behalf of the Dairy Isles, would like to recognize, well, I think it's still House Cruller as the rightful rulers of Candia.
I believe so.
Who's in charge of House Crawler now?
That would be me.
Currently, it's Patchley. Yeah.
Oh boy, that'll be fun.
But so here's the thing. It was Calroy, but Calroy's dead, so it goes to Patchley. But House Cruller, basically, House Cruller still has its loyalists. So like House Cruller still occupies Castle Candy. So they may not recognize Patchley as the new like heir to House Cruller. They may be hostile towards him, but that doesn't mean he's not the next heir to of lordship.
Gotcha.
She goes, right, so that way they're not expecting any sort of siege. Give you a bit of a smokescreen.
Yep. And if everything works out correctly, I may be able to turn the loyalists, if they still follow my uncle on our side, wipe out a portion of their forces from the inside, similar to how they took us out.
That sounds like you see that her cheeks go red, like as you speak, and she goes, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Is it truly wise to be sending the ruler of an enemy nation into enemy territory?
You see that Annabelle speaks up. She goes, well, if you think about it, this way they'd be expecting at least 3 Dairy Isles ships bearing the Duchess, the Duchess to Castle Candy. So even if he were to be hidden on one of the ships, they would be expecting us to be in the port. So if you think about it, you'd have a shark amongst you.
And like Shara is like is it turning red as well as she's talking?
I'm just I don't know how to express this in Maple voice, so I'm gonna express it in me. But like the way that I'm seeing it, is it truly wise to attempt a parlay right before we siege them?
They're not attempting. So what she's saying is she doesn't mean a parlay. Primsy as the Duchess she's expected at this meeting of the at Castle Candy. She's expected at the Concord meeting. However,
But I thought the Dairy Isles are openly assisting us.
No.
No.
Nope. They haven't said that they're assisting. They've said to you that they support you and that they will help you.
Okay,
But
my
it's-
bad. I thought it was like it was acknowledged.
No, but
My bad, my bad.
she's expected to speak on behalf of the Dairy Isles at this meeting.
Gotcha.
What she's saying is it's high time. It's probably time because there's only a few days left. So I should come out and say that I support the Concord and that I acknowledge House Cruller, she means like Cowroy Cruller's men, not Sheriff Patchley's Cruller's men, like the bad Candians. She's saying, if I acknowledge that they're the heads of that they rule Castle Candy, I will be expected at the harbor and we won't be sunken in the sea.
Yep.
They'll expect us to arrive.
Okay,
But
my
also,
bad.
if you guys want to hide on the ships, it won't be weird that a Dairy Isle ship rolls in. So you guys will have you'll be a snake in the grass essentially.
That's my bad.
And from there you won't have to lead a siege from the water across the land to the castle. You can literally be on the front lawn of the castle and lead your siege.
Yeah, we can just start knocking down, like, gates are suddenly open, stuff aren't happening the way that they're supposed to. And they're like,
I mean, we could always start with a smaller force and just weaken defenses before we lay siege.
yeah, I guess that's my intention.
That might be more suited for you, though. I'm not really a quiet boy. Speaking of, like, in this time, can we actually purchase some gear?
Yes, please. Jesus.
I have not had a gear upgrade, and we're level, like, almost 8.
Well, here's the thing. You guys spend these next 2 weeks gearing up, gaining information and whatnot. So during this time, you guys can purchase different gear. Each of you levels up to level 10. And
Level 10.
next session will be the siege on Castle Candy.
Oh boy.
Shara, you're gonna love next session, because it has some Warhammer elements in it.
Ooh. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad.
But that being said,
shit.
if you want to purchase any gear, you may. You guys did get, you guys didn't, but you guys don't know. I don't know if you know this. Saccharina's men, specifically Swifty and John Bond, they were looting the weapons cache while you guys were rescuing, Joran. So if you guys want some of that gear, you can as well. It's not incredible, but it's.
I mean, I'm definitely using my axes. That's a given, especially with the upgrade they just got. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm definitely keeping it.
Oh, I thought I sent it to you.
You might have, and I might have just not noticed. Let me fact check.
Yeah, I did send it.
Where did you send it?
I sent it to you on Snap.
Ah, that's why my phone's been dead.
Heard. I'll tell you what it is. So they are both. So it's a pair of +1 axes. So they're both.
All right.
They're both +1, not just one of them.
Awesome.
They each deal an additional 1d10 cold damage.
Epic.
As a bonus action, you may speak the command word to summon your axes back to you, so long as they're on the same plane of existence.
All right.
So they're returning. Whenever you roll an attack on a 19 or 20, your attack freezes your opponent to the ground, requiring a DC 14 Dex or Strength save to free themselves.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, I like that a lot.
So those are going to need a name, and next time on A Crown of Candy, maybe the last time on A Crown of Candy. Tune in next time, and remember, could always be worse.